Okay, we should be up. Yay. I think I clicked the right buttons. Very good, very good. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to episode 184 of this show that refuses to die.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've been doing this a while. It's fine. We love it. We love it here. Anyway, guest today, small indie creator just starting out.
Hi. Doing
Hi.
my best.
Yep. Trying your hardest out there. It's rough out there in the
hmm
content field, but we got all
hmm
start somewhere. Anyway, joking aside, who are you? Tell us about
Um,
yourself.
I'm SmallAnt.
Yeah.
I do some speed running from time to time. I started streaming, I think, over a decade ago. Started speed running almost 8 years ago now. Started streaming speed running 8 years ago now. Technically, it started earlier than that. Um, with Super Mario Odyssey, and that somehow transitioned into being my job. So I do a lot of challenge runs and some speed runs as well, and that's my full-time thing. That's what I do.
Been doing it a while, so it's always
Yeah,
fun.
quite a while now. It's just that time flies.
hmm We actually started speedrunning around the same time because I started in
Yeah.
October of 2017, but not because of Odyssey.
Okay. Okay. Well, what did you start with?
take a
No,
take
no,
a
I know I'm a
wild
guest here.
guess.
Is it maybe Super Mario Brothers?
Wow. Crazy good guess right there. Yeah, you got it. I know.
Wow. It's it's so exciting with Super Mario Bros. Right now. I've been keeping up with that a lot.
Yeah, this is
Like
right in the middle of the end,
yeah,
actually.
it's kind of scary, isn't it?
A little bit.
Like I don't know. Well, once one person gets the task tying the perfect run, that's it, right? They're just gonna be on the top of the leaderboard forever till the end of time. Like, is that
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there
man?
hasn't been any time saves found in years. I
Mhm.
don't anticipate that happening, given how
Yeah.
much knowledge we have about the game at this point.
Yeah, there's
So,
only like
yeah.
so much you can do to save time in that game, right? So,
Yeah,
Super
like
Mario Bros.
unless something mysterious happens that we don't know about, this is the end. There's the potential for arbitrary code execution now. Currently it's
Yeah,
slower, but it does work.
I did see that. Yeah, with the I saw the Cosmic video, I think. Did
hmm
Cosmic make video on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was
that was
heavily
very cool.
involved. There were a lot of
Yeah.
people involved in
Yeah.
that,
I can
but
imagine. It's a complicated subject.
yeah, but it only works on the Famicom Disk System version, and it's currently slower. And I don't.
hmm
It's so complex that it wouldn't be RTA viable anyway, as it's currently
Mm,
done. But even if it
gotcha.
was and it was faster, it'd be a separate leaderboard. So regardless, yeah, this is
Yeah.
the end.
This is the end. Yeah, exactly.
So
Man.
yeah, it's weird after seeing the scene for almost 9 years now.
Yeah. You've seen it develop over a decade,
Yeah,
basically.
I've seen it develop 2.5 seconds.
Is that how much the world record has
Yeah,
dropped since you started? Is two
yeah.
seconds? It's crazy how optimized it is. And yeah, now there's only what, point 0.2?
No, like 0.08
Oh, it's 4
seven.
frames. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
four
0.8
frames.
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is. It is almost done here.
It
So,
was point 0.2 up until I think like a couple weeks ago, right?
um,
Maybe
Lakuki
I'm
had it down to point 0.1 as
okay. It's
of
point 0.1 for
a
Lakuki.
couple months ago. I forget
It's a couple
exactly.
months. Okay. Anyways, it's
Yeah,
close.
it's hard to keep track of everything now, but I do
Mm-hmm.
my best. I consider
Yeah.
myself somewhat of a historian of the scene at this point, which is
Yeah.
funny because the history of the scene is what got me into it in the first place. So,
What got you into speedrunning?
well, have you ever heard of this guy called Summoning Salt?
It was Summoning Salt.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you which video? Was there one video you were like, you know what, I gotta try this?
Mario 1.
It was the Mario
The
1 video.
the
You're like, I'm gonna
original
try
one.
and
Yeah.
be a part of this. Dang. Okay.
They it really worked out
Wow.
quite well for me, I guess. But that was my introduction to Twitch, speedrunning, everything. I
Okay.
didn't know about any of that. I think I've heard of Twitch, but I didn't have an account until I saw that video and was like, I'll watch some stuff. That sounds fun.
Okay.
And yep, here we are.
My introduction to speedrunning wasn't technically Super Mario Odyssey,
Mm.
despite what a lot of people think. Um, because in high school, on my lunch breaks, I would go to this restaurant that would. I'm Canadian, by the way. If you're just to preface this, that would serve poutine.
Hmm.
Um, and they would have game consoles set up, and so every
Oh,
day
wow.
while I was waiting for the food to get made, I would start up Super Mario Brothers 3 and I'd see how many times I could beat it in the lunch period.
Oh. So you
And
started with like NES Mario too, in a
I
way.
I also started with
Okay.
NES Mario. Yeah, I started with
That's
Super
fun.
Mario Brothers 3. So, I mean, I remember watching or I remember trying to beat it in like my first lunch hour, couldn't do it because I'm like, I've never seen a speed run before. So I was like, how fast can you beat this game? And so I looked up like uh probably, on YouTube, I just type in like Super Mario Brother. How fast can you beat Super Mario Brothers 3 or something? Because the term speedrunning wasn't even in my
Hmm.
consciousness yet. And I think the first ever speedrun that I watched was a Super Mario Bros. 3 TAS.
Oh, was it the famous one from like the mid 2000s?
I remember they were doing some crazy things on those cannonballs. Like
Probably
they were
that
getting
one
one
then,
up
yeah.
after one up after one up, and I was like, "This is crazy." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"I don't think I can copy I don't think I can copy the last world, but like the first world, I could do that." And so I learned the route for the world, how to get all the early P speeds and stuff. Because I had an NES, I played it on this TV over here. I got like a CRT. I actually literally started speedrunning on this TV. Now that I think about it, um, it's kind of hard to move, but
Yeah.
um, here, one sec.
Ooh.
I started speedrunning. It was. I'm not sure if you can see it.
Nice. It's
There.
the classic.
There you go.
I'd
Let's hope
show
I didn't mess up
mine.
my screen too much there.
I'd show mine, but it's a giant 27-inch Trinitron, so
Yeah, no, mine is like what is that? Like maybe like a 12-inch diagonal
yeah.
screen. Like it fits on my desk really nicely. So
That was kind of the first
yes.
TV I used too until I upgraded, but yeah, I mean, it works, so that's all you need it for.
Yeah, so I learned with that, and then I practiced a little bit outside of the lunch breaks at home. And then like I would never do runs at home. I'd only do them on the lunch breaks. And I was like, what's my record? And I think there was one lunch break that I managed to beat it 3 times in a row.
Mm.
I will say, after the first completion, it gets a lot easier because you get the P Wing, infinite P Wings.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I was like, I'm using these. I don't care.
That's
So I
certainly
think after
strategy. New game plus.
yeah, the new game plus has really sped up the consistency for
Mm.
the attempts, and I think that lunch break was also I think we had like an extended one for something because they had to do like some kind of a drill or some maintenance that was I can't remember, but 3 times that was my record. I don't know what the time was, but I know I beat it 3 times in some probably a little over an hour. Um,
You had some nice lunch breaks.
yeah, well
Long, good
that one was
food,
extended.
gaming.
Yeah,
Yeah, but still.
yeah. Poutine every day. It was good. I mean, okay, in that period of my life, I would have poutine for lunch, and then I'd go home and I'd just make poutine myself because I just like cut up a potato or two. I had a good recipe for gravy. I had some cheese in the freezer that I'd pre-shredded, so I could just toss it in. It would melt because all the potatoes and the gravy was hot. Anyways, that's unrelated. Um, I might be a little hungry right now.
Well,
Um,
unfortunately, we got some more episode to do, but
yes.
it can't just be all poutine all the time. But
Anything you're curious about? Anything you want to ask? I could keep yapping, but
I mean, yeah, we'll definitely get into it. I'm just surprised you started with Mario 3 because, I'm very
yeah.
familiar with that. I've run that fairly high level, not like world record contender, but my PB's
hmm
like 9 seconds off, which doesn't
That's
sound like a
pretty
lot,
dang
but
close. Yeah.
I mean, that game's pretty well optimized, but
Did you
there's
get
so much
hands?
no, you can't get a time as good as mine with a hand.
With any hands? Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, if you got one hand, I mean, that's world record, right?
yeah. No, that's the one problem I have with running the game is I hate RNG grinding, but
Yeah,
I leave that to the experts, and they do much better than I could ever dream of. So that's good
fair enough.
enough. But it is fun. It's a fun game when you take the RNG away. So
Hmm.
give it that. The 80% of wrong warp's a little boring with the half the game being auto scrollers, but like when you get into the warpless
Yeah.
stuff, that's a lot more fun, but also a lot more RNG heavy. But I
Oh,
love Mario
wait,
Kart.
no, you did the no wrong warps.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course there's no hands. You don't even do the last level. Right, you do the sideways of the pipe thing. And
Oh no, I was talking about no wrong warp. I do wrong warp too, but
okay.
my time is that. Funnily enough, my any percent time.
It's faster than your
Yeah, like the time between world record and my PB in any percent is more than my time between world record and my PB in
Okay.
no wrong warp.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, the any percent there's like minimal RNG, but it's really hard to execute the wrong warp consistently.
Well, isn't it
And
like the pixel perfect shell, right?
yeah, there's
Positioning?
multiple pixel perfect
Yeah, the
positionings
shells.
and
Yeah.
stuff, and you have to like frame perfectly stomp on things and tail swipe other things, and it's a
Yeah.
complicated mess. So
Yeah, I
I
can
I haven't
imagine.
grinded that too much, but I mean I have done it in a fairly decent time. Yeah, my PB is what 17 seconds behind record in that one, so
That's super close.
it's not bad. But that category is also 3 minutes, so that's
Yeah.
significant when you put it in that
Yeah, I
perspective.
guess in that category, yeah, if you scale it up.
But yeah, no wrong warp is what I put the most time into, just because I'm used to running 2D Mario any percents. So yeah, it's fine. But once you get to a certain point, it's just an RNG grind, and you have to be consistent every time, and it gets a little repetitive and annoying. Um,
Yeah, that's fair.
that's why I run Mario One, where it might be repetitive and annoying, but there's zero RNG at all. So
But
you
it's
at
all
least,
on you.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
all on you, so it feels a little better. You at least
It's like
know
Super
what
Mario
happened.
Odyssey.
Yeah, there's not like any like bad RNG in Odyssey, right?
There's like the Mecha Wiggler can take, a weird path that makes it a little more difficult, but
Yeah.
it's like a couple seconds at most over like an hour, so it doesn't really, it's
Hmm.
not the difference maker.
Yeah. So yeah, I've
Hmm.
tried Odyssey for like a 12-hour challenge. Got like a
Yeah.
143 and called it a day. So
Okay.
that's
Nice.
my
Nice.
experience. But I've been watching Odyssey since the beginning. I was
Hmm.
actually doing like Koopa free running day one. I remember. I think Cosmic and friends Zelda Cube were like trading the Cascade Kingdom free running world record, and I was watching that, and I got like 200th place and felt pretty cool.
That's sick.
But I
Yeah, that was
do
a good
have that
era.
memory because I was in my college dorm at the time,
Okay.
and that was like what, yeah, 2 months into me watching stuff because I would have started watching in August of that year.
Okay.
So yeah, so Odyssey is like one of the first big game I remember coming out that everyone flocked to for speedrunning. So
Yeah, I mean, I remember starting it and like every world record holder for other Mario games was playing it all at once. It was
mhm.
like the competition was very. There was a lot of people playing Mario Odyssey when it came out for speedruns.
Yeah, it got really like pretty well optimized very quickly. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously the time drops significantly over time, but even still,
Mhm.
like
I mean, it's a long run, so you
yeah.
can, there's always a lot to improve.
Hmm. So, how did you start with that game?
How did I start with Super Mario Odyssey? I was streaming. I started streaming with Little Big Planet. I would make levels, and that did, nobody watched that, but I did it for fun. I did a couple of casual playthroughs. Like I played the 3D Mario's for the first time as like an adult. Um, I played the 3D Zeldas for the first time as an adult. And then I kind of was just at work one day, and one of my three viewers in my Discord had said, jokingly, had said, "Hey, there's a international Super Mario speedrunning tournament. You should join."
Hmm.
Because um, she had done speed runs and of just in was a speedrunner
Hmm.
and had some experience with it. And I said, you know what? I don't have anything else to do. Sure, yeah, I'll join. And so I went to fill out the form for joining the tournament, and they're like, well, what's your PB? And I was like, oh, I can't fill out the form. I don't have a PB. And then I checked the deadline, and it was like Wednesday or something, and it was like a Sunday. So it's like, all right, I got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to learn how to speedrun the game. So I spent uh, at this time I worked at a sawmill on like Saturdays and Sundays, and then I was kind of just off Monday to Friday. Um, so I had, I practiced for 12 hours on Monday, 12 hours on Tuesday, and then like halfway through the stream on Wednesday, the couple people in chat were like, just do a run, just do a run. And I was like, okay. So uh, I did a run or two, and I think by the end of the day, I got like a 113.
That's pretty good, especially for back
Um,
then.
yeah, no, I was very happy with the time. I think the person that invited me to join the tournament, I beat their PB
Hmm.
by the end of the day, and they were frustrated about that. They're like, how the heck did you get dino skip so fast? Because that was kind of an enigma still. Um, because it was only like a couple weeks after the game had come out. Like I just finished my casual playthrough, so I was like, yeah, I can do a speed run. Um, I got lost in Seaside a little bit. Um, but I joined the tournament, and I'm very competitive. I don't enter things to lose. So I practiced, but because once I kind of found out that the world record holder for Super Mario Sunshine is in the tournament, the world record holder for Super Mario 64 is in the tournament, the world record holder for freaking probably Galaxy was in the tournament, Galaxy 2, just kind of every Mario game was in there. Trihex was in the tournament, Grand Pooh Bear was in the tournament, Dram was in the tournament. Um, yeah, like Valu, Samu, Necrovita, who else? Just so many people, so many.
Everyone is there.
Yeah, everyone was there. So I ended up, I was like, the only way that I could beat them is if I just play more. So I don't know. For the next couple weeks over the course of the tournament, I kind of streamed for 8 hours practicing, and then spent 8 hours off stream practicing. And I think overall, I ended up beating everyone except uh, I I think I lost to Valu, and that was it. I think I got third place in the tournament. Um, and then Valu lost to Necrovita, who was the next person to get the world record, I believe.
Hmm.
So I think I was like top 10 around that time in Super Mario Odyssey. I was pretty competitive, but I overdid it, and it kind of ruined my hands. So I had to pull
Hmm.
back, start making videos instead, making my job or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you think, wow, you improved pretty fast, but it sounds like you were putting in a lot of work into it
Oh,
every
oh
day.
yeah, like it was it was an enormous amount of work every day. Like I very much have if I am able to get into something, I can just do that every waking hour. Like I had another more recent sort of example of that was an anecdote was Super Mario 64, where a friend of mine, Linkus7, I'm not sure if he's been on here or not at any point.
Not yet, but I have
Not
talked
yet.
to him about it, so we'll see.
Okay.
But
Linkus and I, we decided to have like a little competition over the course of the start of This was like 2 or 3 years ago now, but over the start of February, we would start running Super Mario 64 16 star. The most popular speedrun category, just kind of all time, basically.
hmm.
Maybe Minecraft has overtaken it by now, but um, and we're gonna run it until Mario Day, March 10th. So a little over a month. And this whole uh, for that like month and a bit, I I'd stream 8 hours. I remember the first day I streamed 8 hours, and I got a run that was, I don't know, it was around 20 minutes, probably a little over 20 minutes. and then Linkus would go live for 2 or 3 hours, and he'd beat my time.
Hmm.
And so I was like, okay. So the next day, I'd practice for 8 hours, I'd stream for 8 hours, I'd get a PB, and then Linkus would go live for 2 or 3 hours, and he'd beat my time. And this happened every day for the entire month. And I was like, this guy's inhuman. But if I just put in more time, I will beat him. He will hit a wall eventually. And so I did that same thing where it was just 16 hours a day for 40 days. And that's not an exaggeration, genuinely. I was the first and second most viewed, or not second most viewed. I was the first and second most hours streamed Super Mario 64 channel, because I streamed on my main channel and my alt channel for practice.
Hmm.
So I was the most alive person in first and second place without like combining the hours. It was unhealthy. I did not leave this spot for 40 days basically. But when March hit, I was like, he's got to hit a wall eventually. He's got to. This. I don't. It doesn't make any sense. His wife called me and was like, "Can you please beat his time so he gives up?" I haven't talked to him in a month. All he does is practice off stream.
So you two were
And so
doing
we were
the
doing the
exact
exact same thing.
Yeah.
We were doing the exact same thing the whole month. But I mean, we got pretty good in 1 month. I think we both got 16-minute times, like 16 XXs,
Hmm.
which is not bad for 16 star. Like whenever
No,
I bring
that's
it up to
yeah.
64 runners, they're like, nice, yeah, that's good. 16 is not, you put some time in.
Yeah, you put like a year's worth of work in a month.
I mean, yeah, well, like genuinely, it was a minimum of 16 hours a day. What's the math on that? What
Oh my
16 times
God.
40? What is that? Or I
Uh,
guess not quite 40. It's like 38, but easy math.
a lot.
16, that's 40, 24, 640 hours probably in a month.
My God.
Yeah, no, it was a lot, but I definitely get into when I get into stuff, I'm very much into it. Right now, it's blueprint speedrunning. I'm very, very into that lately.
Mhm.
That's what I've been doing. Bingo and speedruns. So I think
Well,
while we were actually setting up here, I was working on some bingo for speedrun bingo for blueprints.
all right. Well, the grind never stops, clearly.
Oh yeah. No, I still very much enjoy it and get into it a lot.
That's good. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten into anything quite like that. I just can't practice for like more than a couple hours without being like,
Hmm.
okay, I have to do something else now.
Yeah,
So
I'm not sure.
that's why I've never had the 80% world record,
Mm,
because, everyone else is grinding like 12 hours a day, probably similar numbers to what you were
yeah.
doing. And I just was never able to do something like that. But it was okay because
Yeah.
I just got the record in every other category that no one cares about. So that's
Yeah,
fine.
they have just one world record. I have the rest of them.
Well,
That's
not
that
anymore,
year.
but at one point.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
outs to
fair.
category extensions that no one cares about.
Yo,
Really the
I
goat.
I did that like 2 days ago where I saw some category extensions. I was like, I can beat that, and I went and I did a couple
I honestly don't
of
think I would have
blueprints.
gotten as good at Mario as I did if it wasn't for category extensions because it was like, yeah, no one plays these. These are free records. Let me get 30 of
Yeah,
these. Oh, now I'm pretty good at the game. Maybe I could get a main category. That worked
yeah, it
out
just gives
quite
you an
well.
excuse to play a little more.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It helps with fundamentals too because you're having to do like other stuff you would normally have to think about.
No, I totally feel that. Like one of the runs that I was practicing yesterday or like a couple days ago was called Cursed Chess Percent for Blueprints, which is like it's like a built-in challenge mode of the game, and it's like I'm trying to do this without spoilers because it's a puzzle game.
Yeah.
It's like a late game puzzle, but if you know about it, you can do it early. And grinding for that, after I was done, I was like, that was a lot faster than I expected I would be able to do this. Like, I learned a lot of little optimizations for early game of the run because you're just constantly resetting because it's like curse mode is really punishing. Um, so I definitely feel that where it was like a lot of small fundamentals that you don't really notice unless you really grind a short segment. I got a lot better at.
Hmm. Yeah, you never know until you try it and see what the result is. So
Hmm.
yeah, category extensions can be quite helpful. Give them a try when you're bored, and
Hmm.
magic
It's
can
like it's
happen.
a refreshing little break of the monotonous 80% grind that most people would probably do.
Hmm. Anyway, to circle back to the early days
Hmm.
of Odyssey, so that tournament was like your first entryway,
Yeah,
and then what kind of,
that was the foray.
yeah, what came of that?
Came of that? I ended up because I was practicing so much. Mario Odyssey has, I think, like a high enough APM that my thumbs, both of them, got repetitive strain injury,
Hmm.
and I couldn't play for a while. But I was so into it, and I was still in that mode where I was like, I'd like to do this 16 hours a day if I could, but I physically cannot use my thumbs anymore. Like the doctor was like, stop using them, and stop using them until they stop hurting. Wait another month, and then ease into it. Um, and so I made a couple of like tutorial video series for people getting into it. I ran some community events. And then eventually, after some time had passed, I started doing just ILs of levels. So I was just gonna go through the game and just do ILs, like individual level speedruns of Super Mario Odyssey. So I started with Cap Kingdom, went through Cascade, started doing Sand. Um, and then Sand Kingdom was when everything changed. Um, because I was doing Sand individual level speedruns, and I had done while I was running those community events, I had started talking to a couple of the early Super Mario Odyssey content creators, DGR, Dan the Man,
Hmm.
Fearsome Fire, who was the big one, and they were just saying that YouTube, the stream highlights type content is they were like it's very easy to produce. They really enjoy it. It's kind of a win-win for them. And then so I was like, I'll do a sub goal maybe to try one of the challenges that they've done. And so I decided to set a sub goal for the minimum captures speed run, which is like a challenge run where you use Beat's capture ability the minimum amount of times. And I think at that point the minimum was 14, but a trick had just been discovered um, called nut jumping that skipped one capture that made the category kind of notorious. Like it had a reputation of being very difficult because at the very end, there's a very punishing trick called nut jump where it's just a couple of it's like 20. I don't know for a long time people were like, oh, it's a frame perfect trick that you have to repeat like 30 times in a row. I'm pretty sure it's like 3 frames in like a 60 FPS game. So it's like 1/20th of a second, which isn't as bad. That's 3x as long as frame perfect, um, depending on your timing. But I remember I did my first run of that and I got like third place. And so I did like a little stream highlight and it did well comparatively to my other content. And so I did some other sub goals. I did that category event occasionally. My hands kind of got better so I could play for longer. I think I ended up getting the world record for that. Um, I had a sub goal to do, I think it was Super Mario Odyssey blindfolded might have been next. Um, and that was for like 30 subs total. Um, so I reached that and then spent like a month learning, spending a couple hours a day just figuring out each kingdom, trying to do normalized movement. I didn't know the term normalized movement because hadn't actually watched a blindfolded speedrun before at that point. But what I later would be told is called normalized movement. You dive 7 times and then you walk up to this wall and you center the camera and then you can hold forwards. just to figure it, have a consistent set of movements that get you through stuff. So I do that with a combination of like kind of winging it if I forgot what I was doing. The checkpoint system in Super Mario Odyssey is very nice for like resetting Mario's positioning. Um, you can just warp to them and it resets it. But I did that. I did, uploaded that. My first attempt, I failed in the very final escape sequence of the game because it's just a lot more punishing, and I just couldn't do it after like 12 hours or something. So I gave up and
Jeez.
practiced that room again. And get myself a brush up on all the stuff that I really struggled with on my first attempt. So I did 2 videos of those. I did Super Mario 64. I did a 1-star speed run. That was my first ever 64 speed run. Was I did 1 star, where I was
That's a
just like, I'm
category to
gonna
start
sit.
with.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna do this until I get it. I'm just gonna sit here and just do it until it works. Um, so those videos got uploaded, and then once the Mario Odyssey blindfolded run went up, YouTube started picking up the pace a lot, and so I tried to capitalize on that. I did a lot of challenge runs. I did the same thing with Mario 64, but with 0 star.
Oh God.
Where I just sat there until I got the Dire Dock skip and did a 0 star run. I remember my heart in Fire Sea was beating because I was so ass at the game, and I knew if I died in Fire Sea, it would kick me out, and I'd have to go through Dire Docks, and I'd have to get the 1 star. So
Hmm.
I was very nervous in that moment. I remember that. Playing so safe, but I remember that run. I submitted it, and I was dead last on the leaderboard for several years because no one had the combination of um, was bad enough to get a worse time than me, but was good enough to actually perform the 0 star skip. I was in a really weird section where I was completely ass at the game, but I could do SBLJ. Um, so that was a funny era where I was just dead last, like a 3 hour time on 0 star. Um, but yeah, I did a bunch of Mario Odyssey challenge runs. I never played Mario growing up. I played pretty much exclusively Pokemon, so I
Mm.
tried to get into Pokemon speed runs. I was inspired. I saw 360 Chrism do some challenge runs, and so I was inspired by him. Um, I think one of the first speed runs after I watched after actually that initial like high school stuff, like maybe when I started on Twitch and was more introduced to the concept of speedrunning as an idea. I think one of the first speedruns I watched was a 4-player 1/0 star race in Mario 64, and I remember
Oh
360 Chrism
yeah.
got the DDD skip in that race.
That was at GDQ,
Yeah,
2015-ish, somewhere in that era somewhere. But yeah, I remember this.
yeah,
I hadn't seen it, but I do a lot of like
yeah,
GDQ history research stuff, so I saw it on the schedule somewhere around that time.
yeah. I remember that was one of the first runs that I watched, not live, but
Yeah.
I had watched that and it was very cool. And I think that's what I think there was a. I wanted to do some Pokemon challenge runs as well, so I did a blindfolded challenge run because I was like, it worked for Odyssey, and let's see if it works for Pokemon. And it was like, all right, but
I
it was
imagine
just
it's a
kind of
little
fun.
easier to do a Pokemon
With
one with normalized movement at least.
yeah, with Pokemon as well. With that one, I was like, I wanted to be a little more casual. I'm just gonna look at chat. Like if I get stuck, I can tell
Oh,
them.
okay, okay.
So I did it without any practice, and I was like, I'm pretty familiar with this map. Like, I'll be able to get around, but if I really get stuck somewhere, Chad will be like, yeah, just go to the right.
But the Odyssey was
Um,
like official.
yeah, Odyssey was like blindfold. It was, I think the blindfold is around here somewhere. Yeah, it's right here. It might have been the lizard one, but yeah, no, I literally still have the blindfolds from my Odyssey run.
Nice.
They're like little things to remember it by. The other one's around here somewhere, but yeah, I Odyssey 1 was like a sort of traditional blindfold rules for the most part. I was in assist mode, which kind of saves you if you fall off a ledge. So
Mm.
I think someone has done it without a assist mode. I think that was who would have that been? Katoon, maybe? I'd have to double check. Um I'd feel really bad if that was the wrong name. I should check. One
No,
second.
correct information is always good.
Yeah. Was it Katoon? Oh my god, go away! It's just a bunch of content creators that are playing random Mario games blindfolded.
Mm.
It was Bubsia as well. I know Bubsia did it, but I think someone did it before Bubsia.
Are these kept track of anywhere?
Yeah, Katoon.
Okay.
Katoon, here we go. Yeah, Katoon did it. Katoon 24. Katun 24. Wait, that was only 2 years ago. There was someone else that did it then.
Oh.
I don't know. There a couple. It's been done a couple of times, but I did it sort of the easy mode. Anyways, yeah. It kind of all stemmed from doing Super Mario Odyssey tournament. Hands broke basically. Made some videos, community events. Heard about sort of YouTube from some people that did it as their job, and then tried some challenge runs, and I was like, I might as well edit them and throw them on YouTube and see how it does. I have some editing experience from my tutorial videos, so did that.
Yeah,
Worked out.
speedrun content creation was kind of in its infancy back then, too.
Yeah.
At least your style. Like I know Summoning Salt started the world record history, and like Easy Escape was doing like the top 10 and
Yeah, no, Easy Escape. I know. I was definitely. I can't remember how I got connected with Easy Escape, but he was one of my like earliest sort of friends that was a speedrunner. Was Easy Escape actually? We definitely bonded a lot. I would talk to him about that a fair bit. Yeah.
But got in on maybe not the ground floor, but maybe the second floor, and it worked out.
Yeah, I was definitely like a second wave of like early speedrun content creation where it's more like I guess marketable, I guess. Like a little more normie shit.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I've always noticed like this disconnect between like traditional and content speedrunning. Like they're both speedrunning, obviously, but they're like so different in like the objectives and goals and just overall content. It's kind of interesting. Like usually the traditional doesn't get as used to be really popular, and now like the content focused one is more popular. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's really accessible.
Yeah,
I've noticed lately. I mean, probably the speedrun content that I watch the most is just commentated speedruns. Like I know I think that's why GDQ is so popular, especially at the start, is because it's like entertaining, but a lot of people are like sort of explaining the runs as they do them, which makes them, you know, more accessible because they're kind of like mystified or they just don't make sense otherwise. Like I've been watching I don't know the runner's name. Let me go double check. I've been watching like the Twilight Princess world record because there's like a commentated one.
I know Gymnast did a lot of commentated Zelda stuff.
Yeah, Gymnast, his are great. I watch, you know, whenever Player 5 uploads like a commentated run, he does a really good commentary. Bewildebeest. Yeah, I've been watching in small chunks whenever I have time. I'll watch the Twilight Princess run. I'm currently 47 minutes into it. But it's like, you know, I've played through that game once, but I really enjoyed that type of content. I feel like that is definitely has still does well. Like who's another? Green Suigi did like a video recently where it was not traditional Mario 64 speedrunning content, but it was more of like explaining why the 16-star record is about to be beat, and then he beat it himself.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just like explaining a speedrun definitely is still good rather than like sort of the more exaggerated like challenge run or a little bit more like I'm gonna take these laxatives and see if I can beat this game before I shit my pants, you know. The less
someone done that yet?
Yeah, it's been done a lot actually.
Oh,
yep. I've seen like many videos on that actually, and I personally I haven't clicked on any of them, but
Dear
It's
God.
done.
Okay. There's a whole world out there I wasn't aware of, apparently.
Yeah, no, there's some interesting challenge runs. People, well, you know, once they run out of ideas, people start finding more.
All right. Well,
Hmm.
yeah, I've always been more focused on the traditional side of things. Obviously, content stuff is what got me into the scene. I wouldn't have probably
Hmm.
found out about it, but I've always been the person that does it myself, and content's hard in its own way. So it's like I know how to push buttons pretty well, so I just stick with that.
Hmm.
Editing content together is like a whole. You need skill sets and
Yeah, it's a different.
it,
It's a skill set. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good way to
it's
put
a
it.
whole different beast. So I haven't really like I love watching content, but I've never really edited anything, commentated or anything like that. Um, and I prefer like the more kind of live stuff. Again, the GDQs, the marathon runs. That's kind of my
Yeah,
sweet spot where it has a good combination of the both. So that's what I like doing. But I don't know. I again the two different they're like completely different worlds in the same subgenre of speedrunning, but I don't know. It's just so cool that they both exist in tandem, and
yeah,
people like flock to what they like to watch. But there's still
yeah.
some
They
overlap
all.
where it can all come together over the broader umbrella of speedrunning. It's fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And obviously, the content side of thing has grown so much since it started.
Yeah,
But it's gotten
absolutely.
so
Like
many people also into the traditional side of things too. So
it's grown a lot. Yeah, I mean, with every like random challenge run or speed run, a couple people trickle down into some niche community. Like I know with me, I said I was into blueprints lately. I've been the one thing that I've been drawn to from the start is speedrun bingo. Like one of those first events that I helped organize before I did YouTube stuff when my hands were not working was like a bingo tournament.
bingos are
Um,
big. I know that was like
yeah,
everyone was doing them every day on SRL in the mid 2010s. So
yeah. Well, like I mean with Blueprints Bingo, like I mean I've done bingo tournaments all like I've done a Minecraft bingo tournament, I've done a Tears of the Kingdom bingo tournament, I've done a Donkey Kong Bonanza bingo tournament, now most recently a Blueprints one. Um, I don't know that sort of like it changes every time type speed run is very appealing to me. It's very cool just having to do random little objectives, and that's the niche that I've been drawn to. Um,
mhm. That ties into like you need the fundamentals to succeed rather than just knowing the route and inputs and everything.
exactly, like you have to be very comfortable with the game as a little bit more well-rounded, um, and like a little bit different than even like 100% because you're not doing the same route every time. You have to you know do decision making on the fly.
Mhm.
Um, I can't remember where I was going with this, but I like bingo. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the niche community, right? Like it's a lot of like I've done uh a couple of things, but like Blueprints Bingo Weeklies. Like it is a puzzle game. It's like a niche of a niche of a niche, right? It's like a puzzle game speed run bingo. And like how many people have done the weekly this week? Uh 51 people.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's like SRL numbers back in the day for popular
I know.
games.
It's and it's just like it's a puzzle game. Like it's a puzzle roguelike. It's very but it's cool. I think the Super Mario Odyssey one is actually similar numbers. Like Super Mario Odyssey is very active. Like there's yeah, there's last week there was over 20 people that just did all do a bingo, and there's a bunch of people in call right now playing in the bingo Discord. There's like 5 people playing with each other, not even on the leaderboards either. It's cool. It's just very I don't know. It's definitely the little community that I definitely connect with.
Yeah, bingo has stood the test of time for sure in terms of little
Yes.
fun challenge races.
Hmm.
So I'm glad that's still around because again, that started like
Yeah.
early 2010s probably. Um,
Yeah. No, I for speedrun bingo, I funded my own like website to be able to play it as well. So I run it on my own little thing because I like it so much.
there you go.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, bingo's good. Let's go bingo. I've always said.
yes. When I'm 80 years old in the old folks' home, it's so over for everybody. I'm gonna crush them at bingo every time.
mm. It's a little different. I feel like the old folks home bingo.
Nah, bingo's bingo.
All
I,
right.
I'm a master of the board by then, regardless of what's on it.
Regardless of how it's literally just RNG, the real life game.
Nah, luck is a skill.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then I have terrible skill. Anyway, um, one thing I remember, just to completely change the subject, I know,
Hmm.
I remember my first GDQ was
Okay.
SGDQ 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that
So
my first one too?
I think so because I know you were there simply for I watched the Odyssey run because that was
Okay.
Odyssey's first showcase at
Yeah.
GDQ. And that was a big deal. So
Yeah.
I and it was like finale day. So
Yeah, it
yeah,
was very big.
I was in the room for that. So
Yeah, I remember I was rooming with Trihex, Black Antivenom, and Bayleaf, where and hung out with them, hung out with Easyscape, and then we figured out. I think Nicrovita ran that. I
mm-hmm.
think right,
Yes.
and we were like very excited about the run. We were kind of talking about it all week.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good time.
Yeah, no, that was fun because
Hmm.
that was like the first big GDQ run I ever saw. Because I didn't watch GDQ before going, funnily enough, but and I watched
Hmm.
a few runs at that event, but I wasn't used to everything yet. But that was like finale day. Everyone that's the Mario game right now that's hot. Everyone was in that room. That was interesting. Like I'm known for like always if I'm watching a speed run at GDQ in the room, I am somewhere in the front row. So
Yeah.
I always find my way there. But yeah, back then no, I was probably like at the very back, just barely being able to see, but you got to be there for Odyssey. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was really funny. I
It was
remember
very.
this is just a random
Oh,
tangent, but I remember like,
go for it.
Nigro's Nigro, right?
Yeah.
And GDQ has some, policies, don't say certain things. And he did a
Okay.
fantastic job.
Yeah. Oh,
Very end of the
I
run.
remember.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm
Oh,
talking
I
about.
remember that.
He drops the F bomb right at the very end during shoutouts. He was so close. He was doing
Yeah,
so well.
it was good.
Lost it at the very end.
What did he
Um,
say? He was
Shoutouts to fucking Trihex. I
yeah.
remember. It was so funny. Whole room. Oh my god. But yeah, I just have random fucking speedrun memories. But I guess it was impactful given that was my first event, so I just remember quite a bit from it actually.
Mhm.
Good times. But
Mhm.
yeah, I forget what the finale was. It was probably some RPG I didn't care about, so that was like
Yeah,
my
it's always an
finale.
RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, same for me this most recent GDQ where they did the 120 star task. I like got there
Yeah.
3 runs in advance. I watched through I was only half paying attention. It was definitely Kingdom Hearts
Hmm.
and it was a rhythm game that I cannot remember the name of.
That would have been Rift of the Necrodancer.
Rift of the Necrodancer, and then it was the task, and I got there so early that I was like right up at the front and I was able to watch it. It was cool. It was a very
Must have pissed you off when I showed up like 20 minutes before it starts and was like in the very front guiding people everywhere. I was like making
nah.
sure all the tassers got the back couch.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. They probably should have been there, so that makes
Yeah.
sense. They put the effort in.
And then I plop myself down on the floor. I'm always floor gang if I'm late and there's no spots, I will floor gang it. I don't care. so it's worked
Nice.
out. Like the first, the peanut butter dog run, the
Okay.
baseball one, I
Mhm.
floor gang. Like if I have to be, I will be floor gang, and it's worked out so far. But
Nice.
yeah, I know a lot of my friends also got their multiple runs early, and those were all the people in front of you pretty much. A lot of them were in the same like tasking community too, so it worked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a big deal. So I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah, I mean, a huge, like, so many years. How many combined thousands of human hours of effort, like, was put into that? Like, it's uncountable.
Yeah, no, I I don't know. I mean, I
Mhm,
had Palix on my show a few weeks ago to talk about it,
mhm.
and
Oh, is it countable? Do you know the number?
no, that I'm saying this to prove your point. I don't think it was like a
Okay.
countable number. I mean, we could count the amount of people involved, and even that gets messy because there's like the direct contributors, but then when you get into other things, you're getting into maybe the hundreds. Like
Yeah.
that is a big effort.
Yeah, there's, like, one trick that someone discovered that someone else figured out how to use it here, and then that expands to save time on this, and,
Hmm.
just a chain of, like, 10 people to save a couple frames probably.
Yeah, a good example is there was a guy I made sure was on the back couch, and he got a shout out during the task because he
Okay.
saved one frame. And because of that one frame save, he is an author of the task.
Mhm.
Like you can be one contributor is one frame. So a lot of people contributed to that. It's really interesting. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean that task was so fun to watch.
'Cause yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? 12 years, 12 plus years in the making. It was
I mean, it's a
that was
long
wild.
task.
Yeah, and I'm personally like good friends with a lot of people that are in the community, or not like the tap. Well, some of them anyway. So that was fun to see it. I remember they would come to me and being like, "Do you think that they'd like accept this?" And I kept saying, "I don't know. They don't really like tasks that long." Boy, was I wrong.
Oh, yeah, that was, like, the
No,
highlight of my GDQ for sure.
yeah, no, I'm glad I was talking bullshit because all of
Yeah.
their other task blocks have been like half an hour, and I was like, will they take an hour and 15? Yes.
Yeah, the prime
Yes.
time.
Not only will they take it, literally like the best time period for it of the event. So
Yeah.
that worked out so well.
No, it was a very good run to have at that, like, prime time, like, the platformer at the end of the run time slot.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. And I'm
Mhm.
glad because so many people in the like tasking community came out that would have never come to an event otherwise. So I got to meet people for the first and probably last time just because of it. So that was fun.
Mhm.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, I even got to go on the group dinner that was after it. So
Mhm.
that was fun. it
Nice.
it was just a really good time. That was my highlight of the event for sure. That
Yeah,
was just
definitely.
yeah. I could talk about that forever, but yeah, go watch the TAS if you haven't. Everyone's seen it by now.
It's I mean, yeah, if you have it, it's a really entertaining task, like,
The commentary
the
too
the
was
yeah, I
perfect.
was about to say,
Oh
I
my
was like,
god.
"Don't just watch the task, watch the GDQ commentary of it." That was very, very fun. They did a great job.
They practiced that like every day for like a couple hours. Like
Okay.
it
It was
really paid
very
off.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they killed it on that. So anyway,
Mhm.
yeah, was that your second GDQ? If SGDQ 2018 was your first?
No, I've been to, like, 4 or 5 GDQs, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I've been to a couple in Minnesota. I went to, I think, 1 or 2 when they were in Orlando.
Now, there's only one in Orlando,
Um,
so you were at
there's one in
2020.
Orlando? Okay.
Okay.
I went to one of them in Orlando then. Um, yeah, I think I've been to 4 or 5. I'm not sure the exact number, but yeah, I've been to a couple. This year I went just because I had a bunch of friends that I knew that were going, so maybe
Yeah,
I could go hang out. It was
there are a
good.
lot of people I saw that I hadn't really seen at GDQ before. Um, and I guess it was just because it was their first time coming back post COVID. Like,
Yeah, it seems like this most recent one was there was a lot of people that were It was their first back after the COVID. Like they kind of just shut down for COVID, right? They did just online
Yeah,
GDQs.
that Orlando one was the last in person until 2022. They had a summer one in Minneapolis, but it was kind of heavily restricted.
Was
But
there only one in Orlando? Was it that
yeah, there was only one in
2020?
Orlando because
Yeah,
Florida
I
is
Florida. Yeah.
bad. So they got out of that pretty quick. But yeah, it was just the one.
Okay. I thought it was earlier than that, but I guess it was 6 years ago, huh?
Yep, 2020. I only remember because I was there. Of course I was.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been to ever since SGDQ 2018. I've been to every in-person one except for SGDQ 2019. So
Okay.
I have a good memory of all of them and when they happened, given I was there
Yeah,
the
I
whole
believe
week
that.
at all of them.
It seems like I mean I mentioned a single run, the four-player Mario 64 race, and
Yeah,
you're like, yeah, I remember that on the schedule. I'm like,
well,
oh, okay.
it's funny. I wasn't at that one. That was well before my time. I just do a
Yeah.
lot of research on
Hmm.
past GDQ schedules, and I remember seeing that, and I was like, oh wow, they did like
Yep.
Zero Star back then. So I clicked
Hmm.
and I was like, did they actually succeed? Yes, as it turns out. So
Wow.
yeah,
Considering the consistency of the strat at that point.
yeah, especially back then. Again, this was
Yeah,
over or like 10 years ago. So
yeah, at that point it was like when it wiggles, you just gotta hope. Like,
yeah,
okay.
right. Yeah, it was very interesting. So yeah, I go back
But
and watch some older runs because
mhm,
I missed out on a whole era of speedrunning.
yeah.
Like I want to say, oh, I joined so late, but also not really. Like
Yeah, I
a lot of
remember
people
when
joined
I
at COVID
started.
and everything. Like there's so many time periods.
Remember when I started as speedrunning, I was like, yeah, I'm joining so late. Like Trihex has been doing this for years already.
Yeah.
Like he's been doing this for like 3 years or something, like as his job. And like that's so long. Like, oh, 10 a decade later, my goodness.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. The first person I followed was Darbian because he had the record
Okay,
for Mario
Mario
1 when
6,
I got
yeah,
into it.
Mario Super Mario Bros, yeah.
And I remember I started watching and I was like, wow, he's been doing this for so long. Now that I look back, he was probably doing it for at max 3 years at that point. And now I've been here for almost 9. And it's like, oh, never mind.
Oh.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Any but
people really put
that's
some time into them
speedrunning for
now.
you.
Yeah.
It never really goes away either. Once you're in it, I feel like most people have stuck with it. At least, even if
Yeah.
they're not like active, they're still around.
I mean, I did a Super Mario Odyssey speed run on Friday.
Yeah.
It was a randomizer, but that still counts.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
a timer. You're trying to
Yeah.
beat the game. There you go.
Hmm.
That's all that really matters. Yeah, it's very interesting. And then yeah, I've known people that have been doing it since like mid
Birth.
2000s even.
Yeah.
Like it's very interesting. But
Hmm.
that's what's cool about it. I guess it's addicting. The community's nice, so why leave? Here we are.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I didn't realize you went to so many GDQs because I only like past one was your first post-COVID one, right?
Yeah, it was my first in
Yeah.
like quite a while. I think I guess I did the Orlando one a couple before Orlando, and then I
Hmm.
did. Um, where were they outside of Orlando? Because I feel like I've been to some
Um,
SGDQs and GDQs.
SGDQ has always been in Minneapolis. Now there
Okay,
was the
I've been to
Double
Minneapolis.
Tree, which is what you were in for 2018.
Yeah,
That's just the one I remember. And then the Hilton, I know they were in the Hilton, which is what we were just in.
yeah.
Um,
Where were the just GDQs?
AGDQ.
AGDQs. Yeah, sorry.
2019 was a one-off in North Bethesda.
Okay,
Um,
well, it wasn't on that one.
yeah, you would have remembered if I say Murder Hallway and you go, huh?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, you
it's
weren't
very
there.
memorable.
You
Okay.
weren't there. Very easy. And
Okay.
then I wouldn't have been at AGDQ 2018. 2019 was my first. So, but I believe they were in Virginia or
Uh,
south of DC somewhere.
I don't know.
It was
I don't know.
by
I've been to a couple.
yeah, like I don't remember the hotel. I heard it was nice and it was by an airport, but I have never been there, so
Okay, fair enough.
I am not entirely sure. But yeah, it was funny. I went. There were two AGDQs I was able to go to before COVID, and then it wasn't until they moved to Pittsburgh in 2024 would have been my third AGDQ.
Okay.
So yeah, COVID ruins a lot of things.
Yeah, that disrupted a
So
whole lot of plans.
yeah, that was unfortunate. It was funny
Yeah, a
because the
lot.
first GDQ I ever got into was SGDQ 2020, which was the first online one. So I was like,
Okay.
oh, I missed my chance to ever be on stage. It
Mm,
ended up working out
never
later,
again.
but I didn't at that point. I didn't know how long COVID would last, and I remember just praying like, oh, I hope the next GDQ is in person. It never would be because COVID was still bad. It's like, well,
Yeah.
what a time. But I
Yeah, no,
guess it
I
worked out.
the way for COVID for me, I had just gone full time with like content creation stuff,
Hmm.
like a couple months prior, I think.
Wow. And then you got like
And
the boom from everyone having to be online.
yeah, like the way my roommate at the time described it was like, because again, I was very locked in at that point. I was like, this is an opportunity that I have to capitalize on. If I don't, I will regret it. Like I
Hmm.
don't want to have any big regrets when I grow old. So, um, the way he describes it is, I disappeared for like a year or two.
Hmm.
Like I didn't leave the room for like a year or two. And when I came out, I had 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Is the way he describes it.
Really interesting.
Yeah. He was like, I didn't see you, and then you had 1 million YouTube subscribers when you walked out of that room. I was like, oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
really took advantage of the opportunity of not being able to do anything else anyway.
Yeah. I was like, it's not like I can go outside,
Yeah,
so
might as well.
you know.
Yeah, I know a lot of people grew because of COVID. Like I remember when
Yeah.
Cosmic started doing content,
Yeah.
and he actually credits you as like inspiration because apparently you roomed together at a event and we're telling him all about YouTube.
A GSA Legends.
Yep, that's the one.
The good old good that was a long time ago, my goodness. No, Cosmic's great.
Yeah,
Um
he was my first ever GDQ roommate, so it all works
okay.
out.
Okay. I what's I gonna say about that? With hmm. I don't know.
Yeah,
It came and went.
fair enough. I get that all the time.
Uh,
Especially, I'm the person that's always here for these episodes. So it's like, oh, I have a question I
right.
can ask. Nope, there it goes. So I've
Yeah,
probably done that hundreds of times. Anyway,
that's fair.
but yeah, like lot of people grew from COVID is what I was talking about.
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
I
name so many
definitely.
people that I knew before they were
Oh,
famous.
that's
No?
what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I One of the earliest things that I did on YouTube was something called sub area showdowns, where I would like race people in sub areas in Super Mario Odyssey, and we kind of just do like 1v1s racing through areas. There's like a little strike and ban system, and I don't know how it happened, but like 90% of the people that I did sub area showdowns with are full-time content creators right now.
Hmm.
Like here, I'm gonna go through the list. I'm gonna go through the
Okay.
list. Dangers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's full time. Low Curbs.
Yeah.
Uh, Mayro.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Dan the Man.
Mm-hmm.
Nicrovita. Fearsome Fire. Limcube.
Mm-hmm.
Bayleaf. I don't know if Bayleaf is still doing it. A big one. Lil Aggie.
Yeah.
Lil Aggie started with Super Mario Odyssey. He has it pisses me off because he's known for freaking Dark Souls speedrunning, but he has a better PB than me in Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh
Why
my
is he so
god.
good at everything and so handsome too?
Yeah. Yeah. These things happen.
How dare he?
Yeah, it's funny how things work out. I mean, I have similar kind of story. When COVID started, Fall Guys came out, and like a bunch of
Okay.
speedrunners flocked to Fall Guys, and I was one of them. I was okay.
Yeah.
I did get into Grand Pooh Bear Fall Mania, which is how I met Grand Pooh Bear.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
shout outs to Cosmic making me his partner for it because he got invited. I didn't. I was a nobody, so it worked out. But I would like desperately try to play with people in the speedrunning community. So that's how I met
Mhm.
all the Odyssey people that flocked to it. So I
Okay.
know that's how I met Dangers and Fur for the first time.
Yeah, they had like a big Fall Guys arc.
Yeah. So I would play with them a lot. And, they were already like full time streamers, but I know Fur like locked in on content and then blew up from that. So I knew him before that at least.
Yeah.
Um, and I remember this is really funny. When 3D World plus Bowser's Fury came out,
Yeah.
I got to do a day one like beat the game. It was me,
Okay.
Dangerous Fur, and Adef, and I'm pretty sure
Oh.
all of them hadn't started content yet. So obviously Fur, really hit it off, and now Adef's doing pretty well. This was before he was
ADEF,
doing
yeah.
commentary stuff, and Dangerous I think just stuck to primarily full time streaming and has
Mhm.
done that consistently well for years now. So
Yes.
you know, I didn't take off, but it's fine. I know a lot of I'm the guy that like knows everyone else that took off, and I just
Yeah,
was like,
it's
no.
Super Mario Odyssey. There's something in the water in that game.
Yeah.
Something in the Waterfall and Cascade Kingdom does it. Because another person that I invited to the little sub area showdowns was Fur.
Yeah.
I invited him, but he was like, "I'm too busy. I got school. I got to run 100% every single day. I can't." He was running
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey 100%.
All moons world record holder.
Yeah,
Can't
the all
can't do
moons.
anything else the whole day.
Exactly. Yeah, but yeah, it's Super Mario Odyssey. Do a couple of runs of that to
Yeah.
the moon, as they say.
But yeah. Fall Guys and that group of people was my introduction to everyone that ended up taking off.
Yeah.
So that's why I know so many people despite not being popular in my own way. But I also don't do content, which is mostly why I don't. It's not really my thing.
Yeah.
I've thought of
It's
it,
like it's
but
like a
it's so hard.
it's a certain type of like effort. Like at the very start, you're like, this feels a little weird. Like
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know how to describe the feeling. I feel like it's probably everybody goes through it where you're like when you go live for the first time, it feels like this is a little forced. Like
Mm.
why am I doing this? Why do I need people to see this? I don't know. I feel like that feeling has gone away over the years, being like it's a part of the job.
Yeah.
You gotta make it. You know, the the goal is to make people want to. The goal is to make something that's entertaining enough that people want to watch it. Um, and just being sort of aware of that and
Yeah. And
being
that's hard, and you need a whole mindset for it. You gotta have to
yeah.
train for it too. Some people can
Yeah, no,
naturally get into it, but I mean, for
it
a lot of people
was
like myself who are introverted, and I didn't even stream with a mic or camera for years. So
yeah, that's fair.
now at least I can podcast, but like
Hey,
beyond
this
that,
is
it gets pretty
content. Yeah, this
hard. Yeah,
counts.
this is content, but it's very easy content. It's called start recording, talk,
Have
end
a
recording,
conversation.
upload. That
Yeah.
shit's easy. The whole editing
Mhm.
process gets really more tedious and difficult. But
Yeah. I definitely uh, the content part was something I had to put a lot of effort into. And I'm still not that great at it. Like I know I think the a comment that I've seen a lot that I think I do agree with is like Smollett's not that entertaining. He's good at editing and he has interesting ideas. But
hmm,
him by himself is not like I don't think I could do like a personality channel. I don't think
hmm,
I don't have that type of draw. I think it's very much the game definitely carries me, I suppose.
yeah, I mean, e- everyone's popular for a reason. Um,
Hmm.
so and everyone, and they're all different reasons. So
Yeah.
there's no, well, there. I guess there are wrong ways to go about it, but that's not.
I'm gonna start a prank channel.
Oh God, it's over.
All right.
Ugh. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see. Got me all thinking about garbage content now.
Hmm.
Ugh. But anyway, back to good content. So, I guess well, there's one thing I feel like
Hmm.
needs to be brought up that hasn't been yet. Because,
Okay.
when it comes to speedrunning and content, there are different games you can speedrun, and sometimes they branch into real life a little bit.
Okay.
Um, maybe involve pencils.
Oh, okay. Pencil sharpening.
I feel like it has to be said, right?
Yeah. Okay. How that started? I said I think earlier. I was friends with EasyScape,
Hmm.
and I watched all of his videos, very entertaining, and he made a meme speedruns video, and I saw someone did a pencil sharpening speedrun. And at the time I was like looking for weird speedruns that I thought were funny, that I would enjoy, that also would be good for content. And pencil sharpening stuck out as like everyone is sharpening pencils. It's stupid, it's fun. Maybe I'll try that out, right? So I ended up doing it. I made a video. It did okay, but then it was just something that I kind of did like once a week. Once my hands recovered, because it's pretty intensive actually. I would just do like another run, um, and it ended up kind of. After the first video, it inspired a couple people more to do it, and they were like really naturally very good at it. They got some good sharpeners. They figured out some good strategies. They developed the meta, um, and I ended up making a video on that. It was because I ended up like I gave up because they were so much faster than me and I couldn't do it. But then they reached out, uh, um, and helped me become faster, and eventually got the world record in that for sharpening 10 pencils down to stubs.
No drill,
Um,
all hand.
no drill, all hand, exactly. Uh, and it just made for like a fun little story, like a cute pointless story, but kind of just something that is fun to listen to because it's kind of absurd, kind of ridiculous, but in like that fun way, a whimsical type. Um, and that was definitely one of the things that accelerated a lot of my YouTube growth as well. That and then like the next week, I uploaded Pokemon Platinum Damageless, which also was extremely like kind of an accelerant as well. And I think like soon after that, I did like a Super Mario Odyssey Super Challenge or something where I couldn't like jump or throw cappy or pick up coins or take damage. Like I had like a chain, like generational run of like 3 videos that did insane numbers, and it was absurd, and it kind of definitely catapulted me into like the sort of a different sphere of YouTube um visibility, I guess.
Hmm. Was that during
Uh,
the kind of COVID era?
yeah,
Okay, so
absolutely. That,
COVID bump as well.
yeah, that was definitely a COVID bump. But I mean, I am down to like third place now on the leaderboards for pencil sharpening. I think I gotta pick it up. I think I was actually that's very topical because
Okay.
I'm doing more runs this week. I'm
Oh,
back.
okay.
I'm back. All right. The pencil sharpener is somewhere in this room. It eventually developed into a point where people started 3D printing custom sharpeners to eat pencils faster. It
Oh,
did.
oh my. Okay.
Where it is? It's in this room somewhere. This room. The thing is, it's not even messy. I don't know where it is. Probably in a drawer. But yeah, no, I'm gonna get back. I gotta get that record back. You know, get one more hit from the golden days. Show that I'm not washed. I still have it. I can still sharpen pencils.
That's good.
You know, yeah.
Well, because there's a question, I'll go ahead and ask it. Do you have any percent Mario Odyssey plans ever?
I'll come back at some point. Like every time. Okay, the world record's down to like 54 minutes now,
Almost. It is for two
right?
player at least, but
Yeah, it's like, what is the record?
I
Like
think it's
it's
55-13. Brain? Let's see if I'm right.
maybe I was just talking to Gorgonim too much. I think Gorgonim has the 2-player, right? Yeah, it's 55-13. Like
Yes. All right.
every time I look at that, I'm like, can I play but just like 4.5 minutes slower than Tyrone? Like I feel like I probably could with like, a couple months of practice. Because
Yeah.
I've still been playing Mario Odyssey. I've still kept up. Like with a little bit of practice, could I get sub-hour? Like that would be really cool. I feel like that would be a good sort of capstone of Mario Odyssey any percent. Like,
Mm-hmm. And it's slightly easier now with the Switch 2
oh
load
yeah,
times.
and Switch 2 load times also make it like that much easier. Like, how many people have beaten Mario Odyssey in under an hour now? Like, there's 127
Oh
have beaten
wow.
Mario Odyssey
Okay.
in under an hour. Like,
I still remember when the first one happened. That's wild.
yeah,
It's funny because Nigro got that and never did any percent again until.
yeah, he never touched it again. 7 years ago. Yeah, he got a 59-59 7 years ago. Yeah. Wait, did
Those were
Lil
fun times.
Curbs?
The sub
Did
hour
Lil
time. Yeah, Lil Curbs PB'd after sub hour, but I
he did?
remember he
Okay, he
got.
okay.
Well, it's funny
He got
because
exactly 1 hour.
yeah, I was gonna mention. I
Yeah.
think the first content I ever saw from you was the Odyssey history video, which would have talked about this, and
Yep.
that's how I found out. Oh, Lil. First of all, I don't think I knew Lil Curbs ran Odyssey until a little later on. And I was like, oh, he not only ran it, he almost like broke sub hour
Nah,
first in like literally
he's a
less than a
gamer.
second. And I was like, oh yeah, okay.
No,
Yeah.
he's a gamer.
Yeah. Lil
It's
Curbs was one of my
crazy.
first guests actually. So shout outs to Lil Curbs. But
Cool.
man, that was 3 years ago now. I've been doing this show a while. Anyway.
Person that asked that question has a 58-48. I'm never gonna beat you, SMO gamer. 11,000. You're safe.
Yeah,
You're
I
safe.
mean, that's
I'll
pretty
stop it
good.
at 59.
Yeah, but I've had thoughts about trying to do a sub hour. I don't know. That seems like you'd need to put a lot of work into that though, and I don't know how much work I can dedicate at this point in my life, but that
Yeah,
that that,
it's
that
a
would be a
big
fun
time
goal. Like
commitment.
again, I did a 12-hour challenge. I got a 143 where I literally it was attempt number run. I just learned the route and then did it like 4 hours in. That's all I've ever done. So, I would like to improve it more, but I just
Mhm.
haven't ever gotten around to it. I if I want to focus on like a 3D Mario, I really want to lock in on 64. Like I have like five like rated 2.5 stars out of 5 runs of all the categories, but
Okay.
I'd like to do a little better.
64's it's such a satisfying run. Like I feel like Mario 64 is a game that is it's a terrible game by itself. Like it's aged really badly, but the speed run is sick.
Yeah,
Like I don't know why the speed run is so much better than a casual playthrough, but like the speed run, it just is so satisfying. I mean, the practice tools are great. The practice tools are really nice.
yeah. I feel like the
But
primitiveness of it makes the consistency easier. Like camera movement, like
yeah,
direct you have locked directions which make and the notches make consistency much easier,
that's a good
stuff
way to
like
put. Yeah,
that.
that's a good point. I think yeah, it's a very satisfying like once you nail a strat and you can just like kind of do it on repeat. It's very
Yeah,
satisfying.
like the movement engine's actually like pretty complicated, so I think when you're casually playing it and you're not used to it yet, it can be a little hard, but once you master it, it's like this movement is so cool.
It's like that, it's that classic Twitter clip where it's like, "Oh, this game sucks," or "This game is sick," and it's the Mario 64. They're like just walking up the bridge versus like, dive, roll out, triple
Yeah.
jump, dive. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. But I have the
Yeah.
same thing with Sunshine where I played that game casually for the first time like
Mhm.
2021 or something, and I couldn't do it. It was just painful. I hated it. But speedruns of that game are so cool, especially the where they take away flood and it's all movement. It's just
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. I've done exactly 24 hours of I did exactly 1 day of Mario Sunshine speedruns, and it's a cool run. Like there's a lot of funky little tricks too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my last guess was Inkstar, so I talked all about Sunshine.
Okay.
So yeah, that game is just very fun to watch. And again, I don't know much about it because I did the one casual. And I beat the game, but I didn't 100% it, which most people don't recommend you do anyway. But
The blue coins
yeah,
are
the blue
just
coins.
bleh.
But I don't know. Watching speedruns, so good. And that
Yes.
goes for almost any game. Like bad games, terrible games can make fantastic runs. And that's the fun thing. Like GDQ Awful Block and Silly Block, peak
Yeah.
content every time. It's great.
Yeah. I know a lot of people look fondly back at the Moist Critical did a couple of those like shitty game
Yeah.
like $10,000 challenges. Those eras were fun to watch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Mock
Yeah.
Runner and the others.
Amok Runner, and I mean I think that's the main one that most people watched was Amok Runner, but
Yeah.
there's also I think I mean he ran the something Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine I think was one of them.
Uh yeah, I don't think that was a challenge, but I
That wasn't a
remember
challenge, but that was like a popular like
like
shitty game
yeah, and I
run.
think he did like speedruns of that. Which is funny
Yeah.
because I guess in a technicality he's the most popular speedrunner ever since he
Dream might have,
oh well
even though all of his runs were cheated and he's kind of an asshole.
yeah, it's like does that count though? But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not here to start drama over it, so it's a useless statistic anyway.
Yeah. I don't think most popular. It might be Easy Speezy. I don't know. Easy Speezy's kind of goes crazy with the speedruns lately.
Yeah. That's very like easy introductory speedrun content too. Like here's a game you probably heard of, here's commentary over it.
Yeah, no,
Bang.
it's a great formula. Like I was saying,
Bang.
that's the stuff that I watch. Like that's my most common like stuff. I watch like a someone doing a run of something and their commentary over it. Like the speed runs, Wolf Glick has done that a lot with his tournament runs. He'll just talk over his tournaments.
Mm,
Those are some of my favorite videos on YouTube. It's good stuff.
yeah.
Hmm.
And as time goes on, the more there is.
Exactly. It's never ending.
Yeah,
You can always get faster.
it's
Except
true.
in Super Mario Bros. By the end of the
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, maybe. But when that happens, there's more categories. So like
Yeah.
your game can still survive. Dragster's
Mhm.
dead.
Yeah.
That's like the one game I
Dragster content is over. Okay.
Dragster content is
All right. Unless
over.
the human element pops up again.
No, no, no. You missed it last GDQ, AGDQ this year. Someone brought a
Hmm.
dragster setup. I PB'd on it. It was sick. I got 2
Yo.
increments off the task time. I felt pretty cool. But
Nice.
I had never played dragster on original hardware before, so that was fun. But what's funny about dragster is I joined at that peak at the peak of dragster. Like Darbian was streaming it every day. I think OmniGamer hadn't when I joined, he hadn't gotten it yet, and then like did a
Okay.
month when I got into it. Like I joined at the peak of Dragster, so that's like locked in my brain forever.
It's a good little era.
Yeah, it's so just interesting that whole thing. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's speed running for you.
Yep.
The funniest things can get popular,
Mhm.
but
There's definitely I've had a couple of weird like one of the weird speedruns that I've done was Get to Work.
yeah.
That's one of them.
I actually watched Mitris's run live.
Oh, nice.
It was funny because it was like at 4 a.m. and I had been, enjoying the night as you do at GDQs. So I was
Hmm.
very just out of it, but that was fun.
It's a cool run. No, I had fun with it, and I remember I was trying because there was like a bounty when the game came out
Yeah, the
for like
devs put up a
getting
really
world
big
record.
bounty for it. And then they made that
Yeah,
edited video that took off. That was in my recommended
yeah.
for months.
It's have you watched it?
I
It's
haven't
good.
watched it yet. I'm cringe,
Okay.
but I'll get there.
No, it's a very like it might be one of the best like speedrun history videos purely because the dev made it. They have so many tools to help visualize stuff and um I don't know. He did a great job. I'm friends with the dev now. We go rock
Nice.
climbing together.
Oh, okay.
Um like yeah. Um just by chance. But watching that video, I remember I was trying to get world record and I never had it. I was close, but I never had it. And so I remember I was watching the world record history video of the bounty on stream, and I found out that for a couple hour period, I actually did have a world record, and I just didn't know because
Cool.
I assumed someone was faster, but it was funny just going through a month or two later after the challenge had finished, be like, "Hey, this video came out. Let's watch it." And be like, "I did? What?"
It's weird to have a
Okay.
live reaction of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I I had the world record. That's wild.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, no, that I love that, and that's another thing. Like bridging the gap between the content and speedrun side is like all the rage games that people would speedrun because it
Mhm.
made great content, but also was like legitimate speedrunning content.
Yeah, like the other one, Only Up.
Yeah, that was big.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch was
Like
run
I've
that at
played
GDQ too. I wasn't in the room for that one, but I
Mhm.
remember it being on schedule.
Yeah, that was another really cool speed run. I think with that one I did get top 10 um with that one because I remember I got top 10 and I was like I think I got top 10 off stream or something. Like I was playing it off stream because I just wanted to keep doing runs. And I got top 10 and I was like, shoot, this would have been great to stream, but I
Hmm.
remember I just randomly uploaded a video of that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. There's actually been a lot of those kind of games. Usually if a game's popular, they give it a GDQ slot. Like
Yeah,
I know all of the Moist Critical Challenge games, or at least the first
they got
three
one.
had a slot. No, a Muck Runner wasn't at GDQ, I don't think. But
Okay.
the other
I think by the end there was like some game breaking thing that ended up like kind of ruining any percent.
yeah,
So
it was a
it
whole thing. But
yeah, it
like I
fell off a little
remember
bit, but
a couple people made videos about it to get on the hype. So I watched a couple just because I was like, what the hell is going on with this?
yeah.
Why is this guy flying a million miles in the air and the camera inverts and what the hell? That
Mhm.
was a time. But yeah, like all the rage games that get popular. I don't think Jump King's been in GDQ, but I know Alt F4, Only Up,
Okay.
Get to Work, like there so many of those kinds of games usually
Yeah,
get
a
in.
bunch of the rage games. I mean, they make for good speed runs. Like it's because so
No,
many
they
people
do,
like
yeah.
the reason why the rage games is because people consider them very hard, and so just watching someone be very good at it is so satisfying.
And they seem very inconsistent with their physics. So when you abuse those physics, it's like, oh, and then you
Yeah.
fly up in the air 10,000 feet. It's great because you can do that and get to work only up.
Oh, yeah. Most of them, it feels like, yeah. There's always something.
Yeah, one of my favorite things in speedrunning is just abusing broken physics. Like,
Hmm.
um, obviously Grand Theft Auto's in my name, so I've been playing those games a while. But all I did when I first got Grand Theft Auto 4 was swing set glitch for hours, abusing the physics to just do dumb shit. So, it's always
Wait,
been in my
hold.
brain.
I never actually made the connection that that was Grand Theft Auto. Wait,
Yeah,
it's is your name GTA Ace or is it Grand Theft Auto category extensions? Because you said you
that's
ran
the
a lot of
joke.
category extensions.
I've never ran a Grand Theft Auto game. That's the irony here. But what's funny is if you go to speedrun.com/GTA, so you get me.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto category extensions, that's what they're called, but they have to use GTA memes. Get wrecked. But
You took Grand Theft Auto category
I took Grand
extensions.
Theft Auto category extensions. It's really funny.
Oh no.
It's fine. I think they had GTA memes anyway, because otherwise I don't think I would have gotten the username, the link, but
Yeah.
it's funny that if they did want to do that, they couldn't because I'm here,
Mhm.
haha. But no, I made my username when I was like 12 for Xbox Live, so
Okay.
it has nothing to do with speedrunning or anything. It's just how things work out.
Yeah, same. Mine was RuneScape when I
Yeah,
was like
so it's
12.
like, yeah, there you go. It's something you don't realize when you first make just something. Oh, I'm stuck with that for life now because I decided to do online stuff. Whoopsies. But I
You
don't.
know what?
I think ours are pretty simple and fine. So
Yeah,
we're not like
easy enough to remember.
buttfucker69 or something. I don't know. It could have gotten a lot worse.
Yeah.
So lucked out there. Anyway, I know you brought up Pokemon a little bit. Go more
Hmm.
in detail on that because that was pretty big. Because we were talking about like the few videos that really popped off during COVID, and I know
Yes.
that's when Pokemon started doing well. And you said like those were the games you started playing just in general.
Yeah, that
So
was like some of my earliest memories are Pokemon.
yeah, so because you obviously started with like the whole Odyssey thing, but when did
Hmm.
you start doing Pokemon? Because I know that became like a big piece of time in your
Yeah.
timeline, I guess.
Once I started doing well with sort of Super Mario Odyssey content, growing up, I had watched a couple of, and when I say growing up, I mean, I didn't really get internet till I was like 16.
Oh my god. I'm so
So when I
sorry.
say growing up, I mean like 16 to 18. A couple of the content creators that I watched, they all kind of they got one game that they play, and eventually they burned out of it, and they're like, I can't play this game anymore. I just gotta like do something else.
Mhm.
And then they just like completely, they failed for a while at least. I think most of them are doing well now. But they kind of completely stopped that game, and all of their viewership went away. And if that's paying the bills, it's very scary. So
Yeah.
early on, I was like, I don't want to be chained to Super Mario Odyssey forever. I like the game. I very much enjoy it, but that will not always be the case.
Mhm.
Um, so I tried to integrate some other games like Pokemon, Mario 64. I'd do occasionally. I tried some other Mario games. I tried some Breath of the Wild. Um, like I was known as the Breath of the Wild guy for a fair bit of time as well. I was known for the Pokemon guy. I was known for pencil sharpening. It's kind of everyone knows me for something different. It seems like. Um, But just with Pokemon, I was like, I really enjoy the games. That would be something that I'd be happy to play a lot of. I've been playing it for my entire life so far, and it hasn't gone away. So I don't think that's going to change. It's going to be like a good thing I can return to at any point. So I'm going to try and make that work with challenge runs. And the blindfolded run didn't do super well at first. I tried a challenge run that I saw 360 Chrism actually do, where it was like no EXP Pokemon Blue or something, and that was cool. I think the first thing that really did well was something that someone suggested where it was Pokemon, but every battle of my Pokemon were random, I think.
Mhm.
I think that was the first one that did really well. And then that became sort of a series where I'd do that on the channel. That was my first Pokemon video that did well, and then it kind of lifted all the other ones up with it. Um, and then Pokemon challenges after that were kind of just a staple after the Pokemon randomizer, but it's like random every battle. That definitely sort of became like another safe video thing where you kind of want to, at least for my strategy, was to do stuff that I know would do well, that I still enjoy, that I think are interesting, but then also experiment every so often just to open things up a little bit and keep it a little bit more fresh.
Mhm. You did
Yeah.
like Ironmon challenges, right?
I did do Iron. Yeah, I've beat Kaizo Ironmon.
Okay.
I have a video. I think that's one of my most viewed videos now,
Oh wow.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because something I've noticed is a lot of speedrunners I know have done some sort of Kaizo Ironmon. Like they had
Mhm.
like a brief period, and I've never really like understood it. Can you explain to me, a simpleton, what that is?
Kaizo Ironmon is basically it's a slot machine disguised as a Pokemon game.
Oh, great. I love
You
gambling.
pull the lever, you get your Pokemon, and if that Pokemon is good enough, you'll beat the game. Um, there is some skill expression with like items you pick up. You can, change your Pokemon midway through to get pull the lever again mid run a little bit, but mostly it's just like pull the lever, you find out if you hit the jackpot by the end of the run. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, so I pulled the lever I think 1,800 times.
Jeez.
ended up beating it because I got a really good Skarmory. And um, it's just a whole lot of rules to make it so there is just you just gotta hope you get a good Pokemon is pretty much the whole thing, and it's kind of an infinite content machine because of that, where it's like, will I get the Pokemon? Let's find out, and the payoff is a little bit delayed, so you kind of have to stick around to find out.
Mm.
Um, but that's pretty much what Kaizo Ironmon is. I think there's been some like competitive Kaizo Ironmon, which I think is cool, where like multiple people can do a run and they can share information to be like, oh yeah, this Pokemon is good. You should try. I did this. I try and got this one, and then there's this item coming up, so you can plan for that. And there's actually some strategy involved instead, which
Hmm.
I think is really cool. But regular default Kaizo Ironmon is a slot machine.
What are the rules for it?
Well, I read them out once, and it took me 18 and a half minutes.
Oh, okay.
Basically, you can use one Pokemon. Uh, the Pokemon cannot be too strong. You can't use certain moves. You can't use certain items. The enemies are all randomized. You Once you go into certain areas, you can't leave. You
Mm.
can't use items outside of battle. You can't. There's like there's a lot of rules. There's
Heavily
like a whole
restricted.
directory. It's extremely restrictive to the point where like yeah, you have one Pokemon. If that Pokemon is good enough, you'll beat the game. If it's not, you won't. That's the gist of the challenge, and there's an enormous amount of rules that make it so it's like it just all relies on that one Pokemon.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And people will grind that forever.
Yep. It's a great slot machine. It's gambling for free.
Fair enough.
It's gambling with your time.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's better than the other.
Yeah.
So, fair enough. Um,
Yeah. No, I had fun with it though. Like it's when you do get a good Pokemon, the jackpot feels good.
yeah.
But
But
yeah, it's kind of a just chatting conduit.
mhm. No,
Mhm.
I get it. But I just know so many people that have done it, and I'm like, why?
Mhm.
Why? But
It's
I guess
very
that's
like
fair.
a low effort thing that people enjoy watching and is good to just kind of talk over, I think is the main draw.
Just an excuse to chill instead of hardcore
Yeah,
grind something.
exactly. Like it's very low effort on the streamer's part, but it like the effort to pay off in terms of like uh entertaining content is worth it, I
Okay,
guess.
got it, got it. Um, so that's the majority of Pokemon content then.
With Kaizo Ironmon, I don't Kaizo Ironmon's kind of an exception. Like I did
All right.
Pokemon Run and Bun recently, which is like the hardest Nuzlocke.
Oh yeah, the whole
Um,
Nuzlocke scene. I didn't even think about that.
yeah, where it's a challenge run. With that run, it's like um, that one took me like I did one attempt, not 1800. I did one attempt, and it took me like 420 hours to beat it.
God.
And every single turn of every single battle, you're strategizing, you're planning it out. You're making decisions to try and like, oh, do I use this resource that I can't get back to beat this battle? What's gonna help with that battle in the future if I can save it? If I don't have to use it, and balancing risk, and there's a lot to it. It's like completely different sides of of the Pokemon coin.
Mm-hmm.
Where like one is entirely just, well, do you get lucky, and the other one is like, do you lock in?
Exceptional skill.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you can milk Pokemon in all kinds of ways.
Oh yeah,
That's great. You
absolutely.
know.
Hmm.
I know Minecraft got pretty big for you
Yeah,
and a lot of people. How did that come
I
about?
I did do Minecraft speedrunning. I think I I'd seen a GDQ run at one point, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. But that Enderman section just sucks. You're just trying to find Enderman, like that's boring. But then I tuned into like, I think it was Simply's stream. He was doing a Minecraft speed run, and I was like, wait, he's not killing Enderman. That was the only reason why I didn't want to run it. Hold on, wait, you can just go to this structure and give them gold? Give these pigs gold? Okay. Yeah, I'll try it. And so I tried some speed runs, and I was like, speed runs are cool. Bingo is better. And so I did some bingo. And I think bingo is the thing that took off for me with Minecraft, is I did some bingo things with Linkus, I think Point Crow and CJ, a bunch of people, and then I
Noticing a
got kind of involved
trend
with
bingo.
Minecraft people. Yeah, no, that's the through line is bingo.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to watch Minecraft. Like, just first of all, I don't know much about it. Um,
Okay.
I've watched very limited content. Like, I didn't play it all the time or whatever, so I don't have the same nostalgia a lot of people do. But
Oh, fair.
just, I remember I was at a PACE event, and they had a
Mhm.
whole Minecraft thing, like a whole day dedicated, like LTA Minecraft, and
Yep.
all of them just have 9 instances of the game constantly resetting, and I'm like, this is the most boring bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
That's fair. It does take like, well, I think the thing with Minecraft is like it's so there are so many strategies that have been developed to get around the luck, right? To
Mm-hmm.
make things consistent. And they're I think at that point probably multi-instancing was not super
It was new.
optimized
It,
yet.
it was more
Yeah,
primitive. Like now they can, like, oh, this looks good. Let me queue it up for later, kind of a thing. But
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
like
was not like, especially in a live setting. I don't think they had
mhm,
anything like that back then. This would have been 2022, I
yeah.
think. So,
I think at this point, the couple of Minecraft events that I've seen that have done that format since, people have gotten so consistent that like if you have like 6 runners going at once, someone's going to be doing a run. So
mm,
you always have something to watch at this point. Like they have enough of a system worked out where there's always something to watch. But yeah, definitely getting into a new run can take like a couple minutes. But I don't know. It's like Super Mario Sunshine in the past before the cutscene skips were a thing. You just got to
yeah,
watch the 5-minute intro multi-instance cutscene.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad they got rid of that.
Yeah.
Makes it a
That's
lot more
that's when
bearable.
I that's when I why I did Super Mario Sunshine speedrun. I did 24 hours of it because they skipped the intro cutscene.
Wouldn't have done it if you couldn't.
I would not have done it otherwise. Nope.
That is fair. Now, the whole rise of the whole Minecraft ranked scene. Now that I totally get.
Yeah, that's really
That's
cool.
that's interesting.
And there's a whole Minecraft ranked bingo scene now too,
Yeah,
which is very
um,
it's very sick. Um that was actually based on the bingo mod that I made. They asked me, they're like, "Hey, can
mm.
we take your bingo mod and just make it ranked?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, absolutely."
Well, there
That's
you
so sick.
go.
So, yeah. So Draft Out has been pretty poppin' lately.
hmm So just the same deal, just with a bingo card.
Yep. Same
That
thing as
that's gotta
ranked
be fun.
Minecraft, but you get a bingo card and you don't do the same route every time. You gotta
hmm
figure out the goals.
Well, I know you don't do the same route every time for the regular runs because they like force you into doing certain routes, don't they?
Well, Minecraft speedruns, the route is get a bucket and an enter into the Nether
hmm
and an iron pickaxe.
Okay.
Get a bucket and iron pickaxe and entry into the Nether. And
But how you
then
enter is different. Like,
yeah,
oh, you
how
have a
you
town
in
here. Oh,
ranked.
you have a water here. Oh, you like they tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. After the first 2 minutes, it's pretty much exactly the same every time. You get to the Nether, you
Okay.
go to the Bastion, you go to the Fortress, you go to the end, you're done.
hmm
Hmm. But
Bingo ain't like
the
that.
Bingo ain't like that. No, Bingo is like, do I go to the Nether right now? Oh, but there's a village over there. Oh, but there's an ocean. I could get a puffer fish. Oh, but I need to make a book. I forgot. I gotta go get that sugar cane.
hmm
It's a
And you don't
whole
even have to beat the game, right? It's just clearing your
yeah. It's
set of
just clearing the
rules or
goals.
whatever.
I
Okay.
mean, sometimes the goals are to beat the game, but
Fair.
yeah.
But it's not a definite thing that will happen.
Exactly.
And I assume that's like ranked in a whole separate way. Like it doesn't affect
Yeah,
your elo or whatever.
yeah. There's separate systems for draft out elo versus ranked elo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Yeah, I haven't
Hmm.
seen that. I've looked a little bit at Minecraft Ranked. Again, I don't know the game as well as people that be into it, so I can't really engage the same way. But I get the appeal, especially again if you have that nostalgia or know how the game
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, if you've gotten into it at least a little bit. I know a couple of people that got into it that didn't do a casual playthrough. That
Yeah,
just like they're like the speedrun looks cool, like execution wise. Sure, I'll learn it. I think there's a couple people that I know that did that, which is funny.
yeah, I get it too because I assume most people play Minecraft for like the creative aspect, so they just
Hmm.
stick around in it. It's I know there's a whole like actual game there, but
Yeah.
I feel like the game is as popular as it is for the creativity part. So there's fewer people
Yeah.
that beat the game traditionally, but that's the people that would find the ranked stuff more engaging. So, but I mean, it's
Hmm.
still really popular, so I guess it works out.
Yeah. Hugely popular. Like I mean, Minecraft is what, best-selling game of all time still, right? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I remember it was Tetris for a while, but
Mhm.
but yeah, I have to assume it's at least it's got to be number one at this point. Like it's just on every modern platform ever. I know people
Yeah.
that have ported it to previous platforms too. Like you probably it's like the new now can it run Doom? Can it run Minecraft in
Can I
some way?
remind?
Like can you like instead of can it run Doom, can you port Minecraft to this platform?
Yeah.
And people do it. Hell, I remember Seth Bling made a whole playable Minecraft in a Minecraft chest. That was a whole thing. Just like a
Oh,
almost
Seth.
Terraria like 2D version of Minecraft, but
Yep.
all done in a chest.
Crazy. Seth Bling's cool. He got into speed running. He did some Super Mario World for a bit, right? He helped a lot with
Yeah, I
the
mean, he was the
arbitrary
like
code
he
execution.
did arbitrary code execution first. He was the first one to execute it in like real time with a console, pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
He
no.
also,
Uh,
actually, now that I think about it, did blueprints, all trophy speedruns.
yes. He had a minor art. Yeah, I haven't seen him stream much recently, but the one time he did was blueprints. So,
Yep.
but actually what's funny is my first time ever on the GDQ stage was for Seth Bling's
Mhm.
run in 2022.
Yo, cool.
So, that worked out.
Was that the ace?
Yeah, that was the Mario All Stars arbitrary code execution. Uh,
Cool.
I just kind of lucked my way into that one.
I mean, you're 2D Mario. That's
I,
your
I
that's your
yeah, I
thing.
guess, but it was completely unplanned. He was just like, "Hey, you wanna?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. I'll probably never get to be on the GDQ stage. I got to take this opportunity." Fast forward later, I've been there like 4 times now. It's
Yeah,
fine, but at the time, it's like, "Oh yeah,
I
it
believe
might
that.
never happen." So that was fun. Yeah, I
It's
know
cool.
a lot of people. It's weird. Speedrunning's cool that way. I feel like you can just connect with anyone that's even
Yeah,
remotely familiar, and it just works out.
a lot of the communities are pretty interconnected.
Mm. Which makes my podcast job a lot easier because I can like just reach out to anyone. It's like, oh yeah, let's talk about speedrunning, and
Yep.
that's how you end up doing this for 3.5 years and make it 184 episodes with no plans of
Yep.
stopping. Good times. The gift that keeps on giving, speedrunning. Um, are there any other big games I haven't mentioned that you've done stuff with?
Not that there might be like one, but I've had a couple different arcs. I think we hit them. I mean, I did Breath of the Wild for a bit. I did
Yeah.
some all shrine speed runs for a while. I did 100% for a bit, couple like a couple months. But I mean that's just practice the speed run, do the speed run. It's a long speed run, but um, they added rules to split it up into multiple days, so that made it bearable.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of
Uh,
longer runs I've noticed they've been allowing breaks, which is good,
Healthy,
healthy.
yeah.
Yes, I know people that have done like what is it, the 1545 where you do the
Yeah,
602, you do like the Crash and Spyro thing, all the rare games, and I've done it no
yeah.
sleep, and it takes like
I
40
don't know.
plus hours, and I'm like,
I feel like
no.
that. I feel like that should be banned. Like that's like self harm, right?
Like, I mean, it's up to the person, I guess. Like, if they feel comfortable,
Yeah.
whatever. But like, it just can't be healthy.
I don't know.
Like
It
again, I
yeah.
know
It
people
just
that have done it. I'm not gonna publicly shame them for life, but it's
fair
like,
enough.
oh man, I can't.
Don't do that.
I
Like
can't recommend that
you
to
don't need
anyone.
to.
I can't recommend that.
Yeah,
But
it's dangerous.
it can be
I've done a
dangerous. Yeah,
couple 24-hour streams and I'm like,
I've done like
no.
a couple 12-hour streams, and even there, I'm like, I no, no,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine doing a 24. I don't think I'd ever do one.
Yeah.
Most I
Like
can do is like
when
6.
it's yeah, I think mine average to be about 6 when I'm not like super into like a thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I've done a couple of 24-hour streams and even at that point I'm like, I don't know how you could
Yeah.
feel like you should keep going after that. I don't know. Maybe they just got something different. Their brain works in a way that allows them to do it. Mine
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, I mean everyone's built different, so you never know.
Yep.
But
They're built different.
everyone is. It's the beautiful of the human kind. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
but all of us find speed running though. So there you go.
Yeah,
No one.
we're all connected by the runs.
It's true. Um, I've talked about GDQ a bit, but I can talk about more live events that you've participated in, even if they're
Okay,
online. But
sure.
I know you've been involved in a lot more of that kind of stuff, and we haven't really
Yeah.
touched base. So, do you remember like the first thing you did in that aspect?
I mean, I did some GDQs. I've never done a run in GDQ. I've submitted a couple times.
Hmm.
In fact, I think what my GDQ submission I think is one of the most viewed videos on my entire YouTube channel.
Oh.
I submitted minimum captures for Super Mario Odyssey. Didn't get in,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
it's somehow one of my it's just like a commentated speedrun.
Hmm.
Um, but I've submitted a couple times to GDQ, never went in, but I never got accepted. Um, I I've done some like in-person charity events. Like I've been to a couple of the GSA type things.
Hmm. I know you brought up
Um,
Legends.
yeah. No, I was like running a Super Mario Odyssey event when they like first appeared like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like they've always been nice. I haven't had any bad experiences there. With I've been in the occasional like sort of Coliseum event with
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
um where it's just like they get a big house, a bunch of people in a house, and they raise money
Yeah.
for charity
They've
over
been
the
having
course
a
of a
lot
couple
of
days.
those too. They just had one. This
Yeah,
um
they had like a Souls Coliseum
yeah.
recently, like Dark Souls.
I
They
I know Grand
Heroes
Pooper
of
had
Time.
Kaizo, which you've been in. I
Yeah,
know
I've been in Kaizo
Spike has
Coliseum.
had Speedrun.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, they just did the whole Souls one. They just did one. I forget exactly what it was, but I know a few people
Heroes of
that were
Time,
there.
maybe.
And no, it wasn't even Heroes of Time. That's a whole nother one. But no, they do so many of them. Yeah, Power
Yeah.
Up, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I know Crafty was
Yeah.
there, so
Yeah, that's where I saw it. I saw Crafty
so.
Bots. Yeah,
But they
I
have
saw his
so many
stream. I
of
was like,
them,
oh,
and they
it's a
had.
house.
I know there was one called Throne Controllers. Like
Yeah,
they're having like an archipelago one with Family Jewels. I'm pretty sure that's Coliseum.
that's cool. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, those
they've
events are
run so
really, I
many of
enjoyed
them.
those.
No, I
Those
love
ones are good
Coliseum events.
vibes. I think a lot of people miss sort of that early GDQ, like bunch of friends hanging out, just doing
Yeah.
runs together type event. And I think those kind of emulate that pretty well, where it's just, a close knit group of people
Hmm.
screwing around playing video
That's
games.
why
And
I
it's just
like
like a good dynamic.
all the smaller events that are rising up. Like I love
Hmm.
GDQ and how it is now. And what's
Yeah.
nice is now, yeah, these smaller events can take over the more intimate, tight knit kind of stuff that
Yeah.
people miss. So both things can exist at the same time. It's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, my bucket list item for a couple years now has been to be in a Coliseum event. Hasn't
Okay.
happened yet, but I've been bugging a few people. I'm trying to make it happen, but I love that just vibe.
Yeah.
I love the ability to just fuck around. Like GDQ is really fun, but this is like something different that I really want to try doing. So I'm hoping for the best someday. But no, I love Coliseum events. I watch them every time they're on. So
Mhm. They're fun.
yeah, I mean you've been to a few, so you would know.
I've been to, yeah, I think three Kaizo Coliseums now, and then a Heroes of Time as well. I think I went to Zelda-thon one time as well. Um, yeah, they're
Mm-hmm.
good. I mean, it's just if someone invites me and the event seems well run, I generally just say yes.
Fair enough.
You know, it's a good excuse to get out of the house, see people that I know, see my friends, do something. You know, if it's a charity event, it's doing something good too. It's kind of just a win all around.
Yeah, I get
Yep.
it. Yeah, I mean if I am invited to something, I will go to it.
Yep.
That doesn't really happen unless I submit, which is how GDQ works out. I get into like
Yep.
every PAX and things I submit to their side events. So it's
Okay.
like, well,
Cool.
guess
Cool.
I'll go. But yeah, like the invite only, I don't think I've never been invited to an invite only. Which, and again, that's
Hmm.
like my bucket list thing. To be like
That's fair.
good enough that I'm suggested to do that. Because again,
Fair.
those things just seem so fun and different than the
Hmm.
traditional event. And I don't know.
Yeah. I think the a couple of the events are popping up just because like, you know, there's certain friend groups that do it and people see that and they want to do it themselves. I
Mhm.
mean, there's nothing stopping you from organizing one yourself too, right?
True, but you
You know,
need a lot
people
of
can do things.
resources and stuff. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
fair.
just really run an event
If
like
you pool enough people, you know,
maybe.
everybody chips in. Like I had a recently. It wasn't an event for content or anything, but I'm friends with a speedrunner group, and you know, we all spent I think like $200-300 for a week of an Airbnb for
Mhm.
like 20 people. Just go hang out, and you know, it had probably had good enough internet that we could have streamed if we wanted to. You know, it's
Mm.
if everybody chips in a little bit,
All right.
you can make it work. It's
Yeah.
um
I went to on like a speedrunner beach house trip for 3 years in a row when COVID
yeah.
kind of started. So I get it. We didn't stream anything either, but yeah, basically the exact same thing as you're describing.
Hmm.
So no, yeah, I get it is possible, I guess, but it's hard to organize that kind of stuff. I feel
Yeah,
that
definitely getting
like
people in the
gamers are
same
hard to
place.
talk to, yes, and getting them to travel and everything.
Mhm.
You need like a reason to do it. I feel, which is the whole submitting to events and getting in thing. That's what I'm used to doing. So
Yeah, that's fair.
we'll see. I know. Have you done one of Ludwig's fast
Oh yeah, I was at
events?
Fast 52.
Okay,
Yep.
I thought
Yeah, I was
so.
at
I
Fast
couldn't remember.
52. I ran Donkey Kong Bonanza two-player with CJ, and
Makes
then
sense.
I think I did some Wikipedia races and a couple of other things. So there is that as well that I've helped out with.
Yeah,
Um,
I know a lot of people that have been at either Fast 50, Fast 52. So I'm glad that, and they haven't all been like just huge content creators. So I'm glad that more smaller people get a chance as well. Which has been nice. Obviously, that event's a lot more content speedrunning focused than traditional, but nothing wrong with that.
yeah, a little bit more screwing around. It's fun though. It's a good time.
Yep. I mean, I've just been talking about how I'd love to screw around. So
I
clearly,
mean, there's
that kind of
submissions for it.
content. I here's my secret. I submitted to it.
Nice. Okay,
Well,
I did too actually. I submitted Blueprints Bingo and four-player Call of Duty's Zombies Easter eggs,
that yeah.
which
You know,
is a
I
little
I have seen a little bit of you and your group doing that, and you have like the like old school little
the
webcam
layouts.
borders. Yeah.
Yeah, we all ripped off one of the old school Zombies players. Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. I thought that was really funny when I first saw that. But
Yeah, it's cute.
yeah, no, I mean I've had a pretty good Call of Duty arc. Oh, if you want some deep lore, I have
Okay.
played zombies with summoning salt.
Okay.
There's some deep lore.
That,
And
what
like,
round you get to? Like, what was the goal?
God, I don't know. It was only like a couple times, but I played with like a couple of his IRL friends, which is why this wasn't like
Okay.
a thing we talk about. But
Yeah.
that's like the only time I played zombies in recent memory. But it's just,
Hmm.
and I used to do it all the time, so it's just funny. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
speedrunners like zombies, apparently.
Yeah.
Did a group together.
It is a fun just activity.
Yeah. Almost everyone's done it, given how popular Call of Duty is. And like,
Yeah, it's pretty like everyone had at least one person you know has it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're doing like the Black Ops 3 zombies on the computer, there's a whole Steam workshop too. So you can just have
Custom stuff. Yeah.
endless zombies content of various degrees of quality. Plus, that game
Mhm.
already had the best experience. Like, they brought back so many maps in that one pack and everything.
Yeah, they added a lot.
Yeah, so I don't remember what games you choose to play, but surely 3 is in the mix somewhere.
Yeah, well, I think I had Black Ops 2, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that was
So
my
I did,
first one too. My favorite by far.
but I think I've also done a good amount of like I think I did a lot of Kino.
Mhm.
They're toting I think the most played map is the very small one, like the single room.
Knocked.
Knocked there and Toten, yeah. I think. I've done that one I think the most, but it was like I think it might have been in Black Ops 3 if it was in Black Ops 3.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've done that the
If you
most.
played
And
it with
that and like
Gobblegum,
Ascension.
that's Black Ops 3.
I think I had them, but I never used them.
Fair.
I think was the
But that's like
yeah.
Black Ops 3's defining
Okay.
thing. I stopped
Okay, yeah,
playing
yeah, yeah.
after that game, so I don't know if they continued that thing, but I just remember that was that.
Okay.
But yeah,
Cool.
no, I have a decent memory and history with zombies, so I didn't do many Easter egg stuff, but
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I didn't even know they existed when I was
Yeah,
doing
like
them.
it was just fun to turn off your brain and do
Yeah.
shoot some zombies. Like,
When I was playing that, I didn't have internet, so there's no way I could have known.
yeah. And so you guys have like you said you submitted it as like a speed run. Have you like done speed runs of the Easter eggs then?
Yeah, I mean that CJ's kind of been the mastermind behind all that.
Mm.
We've done speedruns for 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've
Wow,
done all
okay.
Easter eggs. Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I haven't ever looked into that. So, what's that like, I
Yes.
guess? Since I'd be a little familiar.
Uh Basically, 3 of us have no idea what's going on, and then CJ walks us through it.
Oh, okay. So, you're
But
not the one
then
to ask.
yeah, so but for Fast 53, our submission was like, we'll do a run under 90 minutes, and we'll make sure we practice enough to get it under that time for
Okay,
whatever
fair.
game we pick. We didn't even submit like a specific game. It was just like a, hey,
We'll do it.
we'll do a good job.
We'll do
You
it.
know, yeah,
Yeah.
trust us, please.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm interested what the next one will be like. I do think 52 was an improvement over 50 in general. I
Yeah.
remember. I don't know if I submitted. I don't know if I'll get in, given Ludwig and I had a 24-hour beef session. So
Oh yeah?
yeah, oopsies. I said some words wrong. They were interpreted incorrectly. Twitter
Oh,
exists. These things
Okay. Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, you can't post anything negative on Twitter or people or positive on
Yeah.
Twitter. You can't post anything on Twitter. I don't post anything on
I
Twitter. I
stopped
quit
posting
Twitter a
on
while
Twitter
ago.
too. Yeah, and I don't like. I moved to Blue Sky. Obviously, I don't really post anything.
Hmm.
n- not like I did that day, but no, like I had a fun. I basically got canceled for like 24 hours from Ludwig's community, and then we made up very quickly. It was really funny, but I did have like a rough moment for a good 24 hours there,
Oh yeah,
and it was
it
over
happens.
fast 50. So I would love to have the comeback arc and get in and be like, hey, started
Redemption.
off with drama, now we have the redemption arc. I'm playing Mario. It'd be great. So we'll see. We'll see. I definitely know enough people that go to those things where they you put in a good word for me. Nah, it's funny because of all that I'm still Discord friends with him. I'm not going to use that as like a competitive edge, but I guess in theory I could. But
Yeah, you could just be like, hey, I gotta run.
hey, can I be in your event? You can see my message because we're friends. Anyway, nah, I don't know, but no, I'm excited to see what comes of it.
Mhm.
Um,
It went well last year when I
yeah,
went. So
no, I watched it and it was great. Like again, I know a lot of people that got into it, which was really nice. So I
yeah.
watched to support all their runs. Like we super got his Lego stuff in. Obviously, all the
Mm.
Mario 64 people did their whole shtick.
Yep.
Um, I know at Fast 50, Nifsky got in, so supported that despite everything. Yeah, no, it's been fun. So I'm excited. Um, and then again,
Yeah, me too.
a lot of those, and that event's kind of like the whole Coliseum side of things, and I'm really been enjoying those kinds of events. So the more the
Yeah, it
merrier,
feels
I
like
say.
a halfway between sort of the Coliseum and the GDQ, where it's like still very chill, but there is a little bit of an audience. So
Hmm.
it's
Yeah,
it,
like I know the first event like had like ridiculous VIP ticket prices, very secluded, but I think the one that 52 was a little more open. I don't know all the details, but I feel like it had more chairs and
yeah, no,
people
there
could
was just like
watch. So
a yeah, there's a it wasn't super expensive, I think, for the people that I talked to. They said
okay,
that it was good.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Again, the more small events, the merrier. I mean, there's a ton of them now,
Yeah.
all over, not just the country, but
The
or the
world.
continent in this case, but the world. They're all over. So it's cool. Like
Mhm.
GDQ's doing something this weekend in Europe for the first time. They're part of
Oh,
Gamescom.
okay.
So even GDQ itself is becoming worldwide now because this is the first time it's broke US containment, I'm pretty sure, in any aspect.
Mm.
So that'll be interesting.
That's a cool new event and for the EU people so they don't have to fly
Yeah,
across.
right? Like I know there are some events in Europe that are all right, but GDQ is like a whole thing.
Yeah.
So to have like official
GDQ is like the
representation,
big one.
yeah, to have official representation in not America, it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, I think there's the French event, right? What the Z is something.
Oh, speedons or
Yeah, there's like a French event
the
that
one in like the giant amphitheater with all the seats.
yeah.
Yeah, speedons. Yeah, GDQ will do the official English restream of it. That's probably what you're thinking of.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, that event is wild because I think it's only 4 days and they raised the amount GDQ does in a week.
I know, like it's
That's and that's like French. Like I don't know, that is so cool.
yeah, there's a smaller there's just less people that speak French, so it's kind of crazy that it does so well. Like they're so
Mhm.
it's cool.
Yeah, no, that event is so cool. Like I've been lucky enough to do some of the English commentary for a couple
Hmm.
runs. Um and just getting to watch that live while you're providing the commentary and just be like, "Whoa, this event is so." Like they would keep showing the crowd and I'd be like, "Whoa." That is interesting because like GDQ pulls a huge crowd, but it's all a flat thing. This is an amphitheater. You're just seeing all the rows
It's very
going
impressive just
up.
seeing the elevation.
Yeah, it's like a stadium. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa. No, yeah, like I could gloat about all these different events I've been seeing pop up forever. It's just so cool.
Hmm.
Speedrunning's very healthy even after all these years, especially with live content,
Yeah.
pulling away from the pandemic and everything. So it's been fun. And when you make a name for yourself, you can get to be a part of that kind of stuff. And I think that's cool. Anyway, support your local live speedrunning event. PSA.
Wherever it ends up being.
Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere at this point, except anywhere near me. I always have to fly if I want to go anywhere, but
Oh, Sam, yeah. No,
it's
nothing's ever in Canada, man.
yeah. Um,
Travel.
I know of one thing, but it's in Montreal, which I assume is going to be a travel.
That's like that's basically traveling to the US. That's like a 5 hour flight.
Yeah, so it is
Yeah.
what it is. But Yeah, I mean, all we can hope is more open up. Like,
Yes.
I was talking to someone that lived in the Vancouver area about
Okay.
events in that area and that there aren't really any, but the closest thing that would work, unfortunately, it's America, but I'm going to Seattle in a couple weekends for GDQ at PAX West. So,
Okay. Yeah. GDQ packs.
like that's an option for people in that area. It's at least you still have to cross a border, but it's not as far away as anything else. At least there's something in the Pacific Northwest. So, yeah, there's something most places now. Not in every place, but good amount. Plenty in the Midwest.
Mhm.
There's some on the East Coast, some on the West. So, and again, more the merrier. So keep them coming, people. um, God, what else? I mean, anything about you that I haven't talked about that you'd like to
I
talk
feel like
about? Because I don't know where I'm going anymore.
I feel like we hit all the points. I don't know.
Did we?
I'm kind of out of stuff.
Fair enough. I mean,
Yeah.
that means this was a success, right? That's all that could mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Um, well, I guess you have any future plans you'd like to talk about?
Pencil sharpener's coming up, but I mean that's just sharpening a pencil. That's
Getting
just
down and dirty with it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gonna be doing bingo. Probably Super Mario Odyssey tournament next. That's another project.
Yeah.
So just a
Just
couple of
whatever.
small things. Just whatever I'm feeling, whatever I'm excited about.
Yeah.
That's the plans. Nothing too crazy.
Fair enough.
Keep it on keep it on going.
Well, where where is that content going to be hosted, huh?
That is at twitch.tv/SmallAnt.
Yeah.
Or yeah, probably just there.
Mm-hmm. But also YouTube, right?
Oh yeah, YouTube, just small ant anywhere. Just type in the small ant, no spaces.
Yeah, there it is. I will have the links, so it's fine. But do you have any YouTube content ideas still planned too?
There's some that are being cooked up right now. There's some being edited. There's Tears of the Kingdom video being worked on. Super Mario Odyssey Blueprints video being worked on. The Pokemon Big Nuzlocke thing is being worked on. There's a lot.
Fair enough.
I got a lot coming up.
The grind never stops.
Yeah.
Well, makes sense. Well, I guess that's
Anyways.
everything. So,
Yeah. Thanks for the conversation. I appreciate it. I'm glad we could figure something out. This has been we've been trying to schedule this since last year, so
I
glad we
mean,
finally got some
it,
time to do
it,
it.
same with a lot of people, honestly. People are busy. It be hard
Yeah.
out there. It's rough out there. So I
Hmm.
never am like angry about it. But
Hmm.
what matters is the end result, which has been done. So we did it.
Yes.
Very good. Well, I guess that'll be all for today. So thank you everyone for watching and stay tuned for future episodes because even though I've done 184 of these, I probably won't stop. It's fine.
There's more than 184 speedrunners.
There's a lot
He's
more.
not done yet.
I gotta cover them all,
Yeah.
obviously.
You got at least another couple thousand episodes.
you, you wish there were only 2,000 other speedrunners. Oh man. All right. Well, that'll be all. So we'll call it a
All right.
day. Take care, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.